What is going on, hockey fans? It is once again your host, Neil Villapiano, the host of the Devil State of Mind podcast here on the Hockey Podcast Network, which covers everything you need to know about the New Jersey Devils. And welcome to another exciting live watch along here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Today's matchup is between, I don't even think you could argue this, but without a doubt, two of the worst teams in the National Hockey League, as we have the Montreal Canadiens in the desert taking on the Arizona Coyotes. This live watch along and everything we do at the Hockey Podcast Network are sponsored by the awesome people down at DraftKings Sportsbook. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure to use our promo code down below in the bottom right corner, THPN. These live watch alongs as well, guys, are comment driven. So make sure to leave a comment, hang out, say hi. Also, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and punch that notification bell so you don't miss any new live watch alongs that we do here on the Hockey Podcast Network. We are currently at 840 subscribers. Let's try to get to 1,000 we got to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, but I'm going to actually put a goal for us. Let's try to get to 900 subscribers by the end of the month. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I get to some of the comments, because we have several comments here, make sure to also leave a prediction for who you think is going to win this game and everything like that. And if you have any questions or anything like that you'd like to know, make sure to leave it in the comments section as well. So I'm sure some of you are asking me, Neil, why in God's green earth do you want to take time out of your day to do a live watch along of two of the worst teams in the NHL, the Montreal Canadiens and Arizona Coyotes? Well, my first answer to you is I really don't know why. No, seriously. The main reason is that I just enjoy doing live watch alongs and I try to do different teams that I haven't done before. And obviously I haven't done a game with the Arizona Coyotes, so I'm looking forward to doing it. This is actually the first of two live watch alongs that I personally will be doing this week. My good buddy Jacob is in the chat already and he'll be happy to know that I am going to be back here live on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel on Thursday night when the Montreal Canadiens are in Vegas taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. So, Jacob, you definitely will be there for that one. But we got an interesting matchup. This is actually ESPN Plus's game of the day on, on ESPN Plus. It's kind of interesting to see. I am curious to know who is the broadcasting team for this one, but we should have a pretty intriguing matchup anyway. So we'll see. We'll see how things go here in this one. But let's get to some of the comments that we already have here. As we mentioned before, give us your score predictions in the chat. We will share them here. As it looks like we're getting an all-female broadcasting team is Leah Hextall and Cassie Campbell-Pascal. I don't know who she is, are the ones doing the broadcast for this one on ESPN+. Sea Life Project saying, Neil, one of the sporty crew. I did reach out to both of them, Corey and Richie, and we'll see if they get a chance to come on at some point. But for the most part, it will definitely just be me doing this one today. Jacob giving us a prediction, 3-2 Red Wings in overtime. Not sure. It's the wrong game, Jacob. But then he also says he has the Coyotes winning 5-3. So there's his prediction. Julia Escobar back in the chat. Good to see you as always, Julia. Hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. We appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like while you're here. It helps out the channel tremendously. Jacob saying the only good for the Habs that they may get the first overall pick in the draft. The Arizona Coyotes may have something to say about that, but we'll see. Danelle Weaver again saying, what up, Neil? Didn't know you'd be doing this live stream, the Canadiens versus Coyotes matchup. Hey, man, you got to expect the unexpected. You never know. You never know when my face might pop up for one of these games, but I try to do at least 1 to 2 per game. By the way, Linda Cohn is going to be basically between the benches, so it is definitely an all-female broadcast for today's matchup. Why would anyone watch this game? Like, are you that down bad? Well, I don't know if that's English, Jacob. But no, like I said before, yeah, this is obviously a matchup that not a lot of people are going to be totally interested in, but want to try to give every single team in the National Hockey League as much coverage as possible because the Hockey Podcast Network is the place to get everything you need to know about the National Hockey League. Jacob also saying, yes, sir, Neil will be doing my favorite team versus my friend's team, the Habs. All right. Richie, speak of the devil, he's in the chat saying, huge shout out to ESPN for this game for using an all-female broadcast. Yes, it should be interesting. I am not the biggest Leah Hextall fan. I know that a lot of people are very critical of her because of the way that she broadcasts. I'm not the biggest fan of her, but still, I think it's kind of cool that we're having an all-female broadcast for this game. Obviously, I won't be listening to it at all because I'm not allowed to, but it should be fun nonetheless. Danelle, we were saying a lot of people have said the female announcers on ESPN Plus are horrible. The only person I've seen get any sort of criticism is indeed Leah Hextall. Danelle, one time the Devils were taking on Anaheim back in October, and she was doing that game, and we ended up actually muting it after a while because we were just not. It has nothing to do with obviously that she's a female. It has more to do with the energy that she didn't have and things like that. She also mispronounced a lot of different names. It was just kind of getting ridiculous after a while, and so we kind of just decided to mute it. But still, I think just the fact that you're going to have a lot of, you're going to have an all-female broadcasting team for this one, I think it should be an interesting thing to see. And obviously, both of these teams getting somewhat national coverage today, I think is good for both of them, particularly the Arizona Coyotes. So let's look at both teams of late. And yeah, neither one of them has done that well of late. The biggest thing for the Coyotes recently was their victory back when they took on the Toronto Maple Leafs. They were on national TV. They were on TNT, and they won that game by the score of 2-1. It was definitely a surprising one. Richie and Corey, who cover the Arizona Coyotes, the Richie and Corey podcast, go subscribe to them. They actually did a live watch-along for that one. It was definitely an interesting matchup. But yeah, that's one of the only 2 wins they've had in their last 5 games. They're coming off getting absolutely destroyed on the road. At home against the Colorado Avalanche. And for the Montreal Canadiens, yeah, things have been really rough for them. They've lost each of their last 5 games. They really have struggled to score goals. I mean, the most goals they've scored in the last 5 games was their 5-4 loss in the shootout to Tampa Bay Lightning back on the 28th of December. But yeah, both of these teams are coming in not doing that well. But obviously, this is an opportunity for both of them to get some points. This is definitely what you would say a battle of teams that are definitely going to be looking to try to, get an opportunity to draft. Was it Shane Wright is his name, I believe, the guy who's projected to be the number 1 overall pick in next year's draft. So we'll see how both of these teams come out in this one. Danelle saying, if you get to watch this game, are you watching on ESPN Plus or online on NHL 66? I actually am watching this on ESPN Plus, Danelle. But if you can't watch this game on ESPN Plus, as always, NHL 66 or Stream East are the 2 best places to get a really good stream for the game so you can watch along with us. Josh Deming, the man that makes all these live watch-alongs possible, saying Battle of the Basement, ... Yeah, I'm sure he was definitely questioning why I chose this game. I know there's some other interesting games like San Jose taking on the LA Kings at this same time. But, I mean, again, I am just trying to, do at least one live watch along every single team in the NHL. I was originally scheduled to do the Devils Coyotes game on Wednesday, but I ended up switching, and I'm doing the Vegas Montreal game on Thursday. So this is still an opportunity for me to watch an Arizona Coyotes game, and we'll see how bad it really is. I was hoping to see former New Jersey Devil netminder Scott Wedgwood in net for the Coyotes, but it does not appear to be the case that he will be in net, as I'll quickly look at the lineups here. It's going to be Vejmelka. I apologize if I say that name wrong. I've heard it many different ways, but Vejmelka will be in net for the Arizona Coyotes, and Caden Primo will be in net for the Montreal Canadiens. So Arizona's going with basically what you would consider their starting netminder, while the Montreal Canadiens will be going with their backup. Caden Primo playing in just his 4th game of the year. I did see him actually in net for Montreal a couple months ago when they took on the Rangers in Madison Square Garden. This is just as Karel Vejmelka is actually looking for just his 5th win of the season, as the puck is dropped in Arizona, and we are underway in today's matchup between the Montreal Canadiens and Coyotes, as right away Joel Armia with a shot from the left side, and that one was kicked aside by Vemeka. Excuse me, I'm going to say that name wrong. So many runs. Vemelka for Melka. That's what it is. So, another comment here. This one actually is from Danelle as the Canadiens have the puck in the zone. Hey, Neil, did you hear that the Stars came out with the green Stars jersey? They won the Cup in '99 in Adidas, but it's not for retail. And plus, they had a jersey is a lot of money. I actually did not hear about that, Danelle. You are giving me the first information about this. So, I'll have to definitely check out what they're showcasing. But if they are showcasing those old ones from the late '90s, early 2000s, I mean, it was a pretty solid jersey. So I'm definitely liking the fact that the Dallas Stars are looking to go back to that. Richie in the comments saying Vemelka for Calder. I mean, you might as well give him the Calder just out of sympathy for how difficult it's been for him and obviously the Arizona Coyotes this year. I'm Huckleberry. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. This should be an interesting matchup. I think it should be interesting just to see how both these teams come out. Two of the bottom feeders of the National Hockey League. It definitely is going to be something that we will be looking for throughout this one. Jacob saying Vegas first, Pittsburgh tonight. I'm saying 4-3 Vegas Golden Knights. All right, so we'll see how that one goes later on tonight. But just about a minute here into the first period of our game here between Montreal and Arizona. So far, not much has really gone on, but that's, I guess, somewhat to be expected with both of these teams. But definitely want to see what Arizona is going to end up doing once we get towards the deadline, because let's be honest, they're probably going to be big sellers at the deadline, and we'll see what type of moves they make. If Krause is definitely going to have to be the main guy. I know a lot of people are interested in him as the Coyotes have the puck and they make a pass in front, and another opportunity and a good shot there by Clayton Keller in the slot, but it was kicked aside by Primo. But a good opportunity there right away for Arizona looking to try to get the game's first goal. Arizona takes a wrist shot from the point, and that one just goes wide. Blair has it behind the net, tried to feed it in front to number 8, but it was taken away by Montreal. Anderson just trying to whack it out of the zone, and eventually he does. So a good opportunity there for Arizona, but Caden Primo makes the save. Both teams have at least one shot on goal so far. Danelle asking me, are you ready for movies next month like Jackass Forever and Uncharted? Because I am. I'm not the biggest movie guy. I definitely would like to actually see Jackass 4 just to see, how much has really changed over the years and how much, with everything the way that the world is right now, how crazy can they actually go? I think that's definitely that. So, yeah, I guess I would say Jackass 4, definitely something that I would be interested in seeing. I actually just saw the Spider-Man No Way Home last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. I thought it was great. It was about as good as everybody said it was, and definitely would recommend it, even if you're not a big superhero fan. Canadiens currently have the puck in the offensive zone behind the net. 71 with the puck, drops off to the top of the point. Defenseman gives it over to Chabot. He takes a shot, and that one is blocked before it reaches the net as Arizona's trying to get out of the zone, and they do here. Jacob saying it's going to be hard for the Pens to beat Vegas if they don't put up a lot of shots because Vegas puts up 30-plus shots a game. But according to you, Jacob, if Brossoit ends up being the starter, then Pittsburgh's got the game in the bags, don't they? But no, it should be a tough matchup for Pittsburgh, but they've been playing really, really well, and definitely kind of surprised that Sidney Crosby's not even in the All-Star game this year. Don't know exactly what I understand like he hasn't put up great numbers, but still, it's Sidney Crosby. And if you got Ovechkin going, you might as well have Crosby there as well. Patrick Kane as well didn't even make the All-Star team. He's not even part of the last man in vote, which I think is really, really ridiculous. Canadiens currently have the puck in the offensive zone, but then it's taken away by Arizona, and now they come the other way. Just really one man himself, and he ended up having to surrender the puck. And now Montreal will regain the puck here, be behind the net, and try to set something up. By the way, guys, in case you are wondering, yes, of course, I do have the Villa Piano homemade one as I normally do. As Arizona with a shot from Krause, And that one was blocked before it reached the net. Arizona still has the puck, and another try from the slot by Krause goes high and wide of the net. Shot was 80 miles per hour there, that last one. Now number 14 with the puck for Arizona drops it off, and a one-time slant shot by the Coyotes goes wide of the net. So a couple of chances there for Arizona, but they couldn't even really get it on net there. But Arizona's showing a little bit of energy here as a Canadiens defenseman just took a tumble. Not really sure exactly who that was, but regardless, the man took a tumble as Primo was trying to play the puck to him. Now here comes Arizona down the right wing. 32 with the puck now. Dropped up behind the boards. 77 around the boards to his partner, number 8. Actually, that's Clayton Keller, with the puck now. Arizona keeping it in. 72 with a rich shot, and he scores! And the Coyotes have struck first at home. Little more than 5 minutes into this one, it's 1-0 Arizona. And there are so few people at this game. It's really, even on a weekday, I know it's a weekday, but it is Martin Luther King Day. A lot of people have off, but it's going to be Boyd, number 72 of the Arizona Coyotes, who gets the puck in the slot. He takes a wrist shot, and we'll see it again on the replay. Just takes a wrist shot, and he beats Primo short side. And the Arizona Coyotes strike first at home, making it 1-0. Did you ever watch the Jackass series on MTV? And also, do you think the Spider-Man No Way Home is the best Spider-Man movie ever? For the Jackass part of it, I will say that I've watched like mostly clips of Jackass from several movies, so I've gotten a pretty good idea of it and what it's all about. As far as Spider-Man No Way Home, me personally, Danelle, I couldn't really say because I haven't watched all the Spider-Man movies. I'm not the biggest superhero fan in general. It looks like we're getting a penalty here. It's going to be a holding call against the Coyotes here. So the Montreal Canadiens, who are down 1-0, will now get their first crack on the power play. Travis Boyd's goal is his 9th of the year, and so he's one away from reaching the double-digit mark on the season. As it's going to be somebody, number 38 for Arizona, that's in the box. Jacob talking about Brossois. No, he's injured last time I checked. I mean, Jack Eichel will be back in 2 to 4 weeks. That's going to be very exciting for Vegas fans. Jacob's pumped with Arizona getting the first goal. Big LOL from I'm Huckleberry. So there you go. Jacob giving me a Brooklyn Nets score. Nets down 65-59 at halftime to the Cavs. That's somewhat to be expected with the way that we play against teams. Montreal, 11% power play this season, which is last in the NHL, which is kind of surprising since the Devils are towards the bottom as well. But now Montreal currently has the worst power play in the NHL. And now Arizona's coming the other way, shorthanded opportunity. 26 tried to drop it off to his partner, but it was taken away by Sherratt of Montreal. And now the Canadiens will have to regroup with 1:12 to go on their power play. 13 and a half minutes to go in the first. Travis Boyd, with his 9th goal of the year, gave the Arizona Coyotes the current 1-0 lead in this one. As Arizona once again trying to create an opportunity as Krause looked to try to go shorthanded. Now Montreal back into the offensive zone. 28 with the puck. Drops it off to 25. He gives it to the top of the point. Now Montreal sent out 26. Montreal still with the puck now on the right side. Top of the point. Shot by Petrie. That one is blocked by Arizona in front. And then they're able to just push it nice and easy out of the zone and clear it as they have just 35 seconds to go here on the power play. Top 3 worst teams: Habs, Yotes, Devils. I could agree with the other two, but maybe not the Devils. I mean, yeah, the Devils are probably towards the bottom as well. But as far as top 3 worst teams, I don't think so. But knowing Jacob, he just wants to bust my chops any chance he gets. So 7 seconds to go here. Arizona has the puck, looking to just try to kill out the last few seconds. They do. So not much going there for Montreal on that power play, and they are still trailing here 1-0, 12:18 to go in the first period. So now Montreal dumps it into the zone, and now Arizona has the puck behind their own net, looking to try to go the other way. Fires it off the boards. Arizona just drops it off, and a player for Arizona fell down. Not sure if there was any penalty. There wasn't, but he just fell down, and so that was a missed opportunity, maybe going the other way. Now Arizona once again flying back into the offensive zone. It's Krause behind the net, getting boarded by Anderson. Now Sherratt off the boards and out. Arizona 61 with the puck now. Drops out the field to throw. Kessel makes a nice pass over to the left side with a shot and another goal! And the Coyotes double the lead now. It's now 2-0 as Phil Kessel found number 22 of the Coyotes on the left side, and then he took a wrist shot far side past the glove of Primo, and the Arizona Coyotes now are up 2-0. It's Larson who gets the goal. So the Coyotes just take the puck in, off the boards. Kessel gets it, fires it over to Larson, waits, and then just top shelf, just the top right corner over the glove side of Kaden Primo. And the Coyotes are rolling right now here in this first period. As like I said, now it's 2-0, not even halfway through this period. So things are going from bad to worse for Montreal as Johan Larson getting just his 5th of the year, but it comes at a good time as shots are currently 6-2 in favor of the Coyotes. So 1/3 of the shots as Sherratt with a shot, and that one is stopped by Vejmelka. So he makes just his 3rd save of the game. As another wrist shot there just goes wide of the net. Montreal looking to try to get one back here as they fire from the sharp angle. It goes into the breadbasket of Vejmelka, and he'll cover here with 11:12 to go in the first period as Boyd and Larson get goals for Arizona, and as a result, they lead it 2-0. And we will take our first commercial break as we'll get our first word of the day from our sponsors. So as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring these live watch-alongs and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. Make sure to use our promo code when you sign up for DraftKings. You can see in the bottom right corner, THPN. So we are a little bit less than halfway through this first period here of our game between the Arizona Coyotes and Montreal Canadiens. And goals from Travis Boyd and Johan Larson have been the difference so far in this one as the Coyotes have gotten out fast to a 2-0 lead. Obviously, the Canadiens are without their franchise player, Carey Price, who is still very much battling his injury from last year, and he's slowly working his way back. Will he play this season? I don't know. Will he end up being on the move? I also don't know, but it would be interesting to see if some team really makes a push for him, especially because his contract is not going to be over until 2026-27, I believe. As Jacob here saying, yes, sir, smoke them shit Habs. I mean, Habs are playing pretty shitty right now. I'm Huckleberry, also loving this. So obviously we got all Yotes fans, or at least people cheering for the Yotes in this one. We got 10:28 to go here in the first period. Montreal has the puck behind their own net as they'll look to try to set up. The Canadiens did have a power play a few moments ago, but really didn't do much of anything. And then right after they conceded the second goal so far of this one. So Montreal's got to find a way to get at least one of those 2 goals back before the end of this period. It'd be really rough to go down, to beat down multiple goals in the first period, especially when it wasn't even before the 10-minute mark of this first period. So now Weidman has the puck. He loses it. Arizona keeps it in. 38 with the puck now. Getting pinned along the boards by Anderson. Arizona trying to keep it in. Defensemen keep Holds it, but then it's intercepted by Montreal, and here they come the other way. Looking to try to create a 3-on-2, but the puck is slowed up. Now Montreal will just dump it into the zone. It looks like both teams will make some changes. Now a turnover there by Arizona, and Montreal nearly got a decent shot on goal. Almost turned into a disaster there. Jacob saying, I'll never be a Yotes fan unless they move to Halifax. Then I will be a Vegas Golden Knights and Yotes fan. I doubt that they would keep the Coyotes name if they moved to Halifax, but I can definitely see your point, Jacob, since you live pretty much in that area. So now the Canadiens have the puck now. 25 gets knocked down by Arizona, and now the Coyotes are able to get it out of the zone. I got to tell you guys that the thing that's hard for me to see when I'm watching this game is the amount of empty seats. As a Devils fan, knowing how there's been a lot of times where people have said, oh, there's so many empty seats, blah, blah, blah. With so many empty seats in Arizona, I mean, it makes the Devils look like it's a full house every single night. And then you watch a team like Florida, I mean, and they still can't even pack their stadium. Is now a one-time shot there by Arizona is stopped by the left leg pad of Primo, and then Montreal just knocks it out of the zone. Arizona has to go back and regroup with 8:34 to go here in the first period. Krause with the puck now. He is the subject of many trade rumors. Definitely a guy that I would see probably being moved at the deadline, maybe even sooner if Montreal and if Arizona gets themselves a pretty good deal. Kessel drops it to the point for 46, takes a wrist shot. That one gets blocked before it even gets close to the net. And Montreal will just hold it, play it off the boards, and out of their zone. 68 with the puck now as he takes it in, as it's Hoffman, with the puck. Hoffman, the former Ottawa Senator. Arizona whacks it out of the zone. Good job by Phil Kessel there. By the way, guys, again, I'm watching this game on ESPN Plus. It's the ESPN Plus game of the day. It's an all-female broadcast. As a nice saucer pass to a Canadiens player almost worked, but it pass ends up just going wide of the net. But it is an all-female broadcasting network, as Leah Hextall, Pascal, and Linda Cohen are currently doing this game. I have no idea how they're doing, but a nice pass in front to Drouin, and that one was stopped by Vejmelka. Great save there on probably the best chance of this period for Montreal. They could not cash in, as the shots now are currently even at 6 apiece, but Arizona still with the 2-0 lead. As now Arizona once again drops the puck into the zone. Here they come as Travis Boyd looking for an opportunity. Tried to make a feed over to Keller, but it was blocked by a Canadiens player, and then the Canadiens just try to whack it out of the zone, and they do. As Boyd there, who has the first goal of the game, his next goal will get him to the double-digit mark, as he's currently at 9 goals. Sherratt will slowly make his way up as both teams make changes, and now here comes Nick Suzuki into the zone. Or excuse me, that's Evans. Looked like Suzuki from afar, but it was Evans that took the puck into the zone. Montreal keeping it in here. 27 around the board. Lehkonen makes a pass in front to Evans in the slot, and Vejmelka comes up with a big-time save. Montreal trying to keep the puck in the offensive zone here. Arizona whacking it behind their own net. It's intercepted by Montreal. The Canadiens player gets hit hard along the boards. And are we going to get a penalty here? So we get a stop here with 6:28 remaining in the first period. But Vejmelka again making another good save as Montreal trying desperately. And actually the net came off its moorings on the right side. So I believe that's why we have a stoppage in play here. As Vejmelka slowly towards his own bench here. Are we going to get a commercial break? Not really sure. Jacob saying, wait. It's Betty White's birthday, and I have snow. WTF. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you, but happy birthday to the late, great Betty White, who unfortunately passed away back on New Year's Eve. Almost reached the century mark of age, but one of the greatest actresses of all time, so happy birthday to her. Jacob, how much snow you got, my friend? Let me know. We got a tiny bit of snow that ended up being washed away by rain moments later last night here in New Jersey. But how much snow you got going on up there? Let me know. But while we have a quick break in the action, we are going to get another word from our sponsors. And as always, guys, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring these live watch-alongs and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure to use our promo code, as you can see in the bottom right corner, THPN. So we are slowly but surely approaching the end of our first period here of our game between the Arizona Coyotes and Montreal Canadiens. The Arizona Coyotes, within the first 10 minutes of this period, grabbed themselves not one but two goals, and they currently lead it here 2-0. Jacob telling me about the snow. He says, you don't want to know? All right, I'm going to guess. You got like what? 8 inches? That's my guess. No, seriously, Jacob, how much snow you really got? We get a stoppage of play here as the puck goes out of play. So the faceoff will be to the right of Vejmelka in the Arizona zone with 6:24 to go in the first period. Faceoff is currently won by Arizona, and now they'll try to make a play out of the zone. Nash with the puck now. Gives it off, and then a Coyotes player gets pinned along the boards. Pretty good hit there. And now Montreal just whacked the puck back into the offensive zone. Arizona takes it. 20 with the puck now. Good chip off the backhand. Arizona just trying to get it out of the zone here. Shots are currently 7-6 in favor of Montreal. It was 6-2 when Arizona took the 2-0 lead. But since that point, it's been 5-0 in shots department in favor of Montreal. So Montreal's been having a nice solid pushback here, but they still have not been able to solve Vejmelka, who's looking for just his 5th win of the year. As now 46 gives it off, and a backhand try by Arizona. That one's blocked before it reaches the net. Gets 62, keep it in for Arizona. Yes, he can. Clayton Keller with the puck now. Waits, nice backhand pass, but he missed it. An opportunity there. That one was stopped by Caden Primo. Arizona keeping the puck in the offensive zone, looking to try to get that third goal, but it's taken away by 62 of Montreal, and now the Canadiens go the other way. Now Vejmelka makes a pass, but it's intercepted by Montreal. And then Anderson had the puck right in the slot with an open net, but he whiffed at it. Oh, and a great opportunity there for the Canadiens to get one back on a lucky break, but they could not cash in. As we've hit exactly 5 minutes to go here in this first period. Jacob saying probably 4 to 5 feet of snow. Damn. Hopefully you're okay, but a one-time pass over, and the Canadiens score. It looks like it's number 32 of Montreal that scores, and with 4:49 to go in the first, the Canadiens have cut the deficit in half. It's now 2-1. Looks like it's Pitlick that gets the goal for Montreal. So Montreal gets themselves a goal back here. It is definitely Pitlick that gets the goal. We'll see it again. They showed the other opportunity where Anderson whiffed on a one-time shot that would have easily gone in the net. But then just moments later, Arizona comes back in. It starts with 72 of Arizona making a bad turnover, and then just a one-time pass over to Pitlick, and he scores before Vejmelka could get there. And the Canadiens, who have been playing relatively well after going down 2-0, get themselves finally on the score sheet, and they're only down by 1 as it's 2-1 now. So 4:28 to go here in the first period. So if you're Arizona, you got to find a way to get that next goal. But now Montreal again, 71 with the puck, waits, goes around the boards, still with the puck, tried to make a feed in front, but it was broken up by Arizona, and the puck will go all the way out of the zone. Phil Kessel trying to keep it in the offensive zone, but it's taken away by 77 of Montreal. Comes down the left wing, gets hit along the boards, slows them up a little bit. Drouin at the top of the point to Pitlick. And now Arizona takes it away, and here they come. Partial breakaway opportunity coming in for Arizona. Backhand try, and that one is kicked aside by Primo. Nash with a slow shot that goes far wide of the net as it might have been blocked in front. Great opportunity there for Arizona. Number 10 with the puck, holds, drops it off to Nash. Nash will fire it around the boards. Arizona gets crunched along the boards behind the net. As now it's chipped out of the zone by Montreal, and now the Coyotes will reset here. 3:24, 3:23 to go here in the first period of our game between the Canadiens and Coyotes. 2 goals by Arizona, and then Montreal getting one themselves gets us to where we are right now, currently 2-1 Coyotes. Jacob not happy that the Montreal Canadiens got a goal back. He also said, it was so hard watching the Red Wings game. I mean, what ended up happening, Jacob, in that game? Let me know. Now Arizona comes in 26 with a shot, and that one through traffic was actually getting to Primo, and he makes the save. And now Montreal coming the other way, 2-on-1 opportunity. Drop pass over to 22. Cole Caulfield, and the shot goes wide. Unbelievable chance there. Good feed from that Canadiens player over to Cole Caulfield, but he couldn't get enough of it to get a solid shot on goal, but nearly got themselves the tying goal there. Now Montreal is Ben Sherratt with the puck in his own zone. 2:30 to go here in the first period. Red Wings won 3-2, so the young up-and-coming Red Wings getting another 2 points as Vejmelka covers the puck here with 2:24 to go here in this first period. 2-1 Arizona currently. Cole Caulfield's got to be kicking himself right now for not scoring on that last opportunity. As we will step aside for just a moment as we get another word from our sponsors. So as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring these live watch-alongs and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure to use our promo code down in the bottom right corner when you sign up, THPN. So we have a few minutes here, about a little more than 2 minutes to go here in the first period. We've had 3 goals, so a pretty high-scoring first period so far. Arizona getting the first 2. Rem Pitlick, his first goal with Montreal, his 7th of the year, was that last goal. He was picked up on waivers, I think, like a month or so ago or a little while ago, but he just got his first goal as a Canadian. Jacob saying Red Wings won 3-2 in overtime after being down 2-0. So a big victory there for the Detroit Red Wings. My wonderful mother in the chat saying, "You sound great, Neil. You were so charged up." Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps out the channel tremendously. Pauline Mercer at THPN. I think the NHL won't follow the protocol and the season needs to be canceled. Pauline, thank you so much for the comment. Appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. It helps out the channel 100%. To be honest with you, Pauline, I think at this point, it probably, unless we get like something really major, like we have so many outbreaks that like it's just impossible to handle. I don't see the season ending up being canceled. I think if they were going to do that, it was going to happen before the season even started. I feel like players are doing a relatively good job of following the protocols. The problem is that we're getting a lot of situations where a lot of asymptomatic players are, ending up, having to go on COVID protocol and they're perfectly fine and everything like that. And it's causing a lot of problems. And so unfortunately with that, you have this constant thing where are they really following protocols? Are they not? The reality is that in most cases, we really don't know. But I think that unless it gets really, really out of hand, the chance of the season being canceled is probably very slim to none. Montreal has the puck right now in the offensive zone. Minute 20 to go here in the first period as Canadiens look to try to see if they could get a late goal here to tie this one up after being down 2-0 earlier in this period. Number 8 with the puck right now, fighting along with a Montreal player, and he gets away from him. Arizona with the puck in their own zone, and here they come now up the center of the ice. 36 with the puck. He gets hit hard by 27. Now, number 10 with the puck for Arizona. He takes a shot, and that one deflected wide of the net as we've reached 1 minute to go here in the first period. We'll see if either team can get themselves a late goal here. It's now a turnover by Montreal in their own zone. Now Arizona looks to try to control the puck. They do. Nice pass out in front to number 10. He comes in, but he loses the puck. Good job defensively with the stick there. 36 holds, gives it to 10 behind the net. Number 10 with the puck now. Along the boards. Is Montreal now finally able to take it away? Can they get out of their zone? They do with 26 seconds to go here in the first period. As now Duran with the puck now for Montreal. 18 seconds to go here. One last opportunity potentially for Montreal. It's a wrist shot there. Misses. Now a pass in front of the slot. It's broken up by Arizona. And here come the Coyotes with 10 seconds to go the other way. Number 20 now trying to get there for Arizona. Loses the puck for a second. Pinned along the boards. 3 seconds, 2, 1. And that will do it for the first 20 minutes of action here of our game, as it is 2-1 Coyotes after the first 20 minutes. So what do you guys think about that first period? I think it was a pretty good one. Both teams were able to get themselves on the score sheet, create some opportunities. But in the end, right now, Arizona has themselves the early lead. But we got 40 minutes to go here in this one, and we'll see what these teams have in store for us going into the final 40 minutes of action. But before we get to our intermission break, we will step aside and get another word from our wonderful sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook. Sorry about that, guys. As always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. Make sure you use our promo code when you sign up for DraftKings down in the bottom right corner, THPN. So we have reached the first intermission here of our game between the Arizona Coyotes and the Montreal Canadiens. It is currently 2-1 Arizona after one period of play. Pauline saying, tell the NHL to cancel the season or face court on the People's Court. There's not really much that I could say. I mean, I could obviously tweet at them or something like that, but there isn't much I can really say when it comes to getting them to cancel, and they're probably not going to either. Faggio is in the chat, as he always is, saying, Neil, what are you doing watching Tank Bowl? Well, sometimes I like a little bit of chaos, and you know what? Faggio, sometimes with these games, especially between two teams towards the bottom of the NHL, you sometimes actually get a pretty good matchup and you get a pretty good competitive game. And I would say so far it's actually been a pretty good game with it being 2-1 after the first 20 minutes of action. And I still think that we're going to get some more good moments in this game, and you never know. Plus, it's also the ESPN Plus game of the day. So I think kind of makes sense. Both teams. I haven't done a Coyotes game yet this year, and I said to myself that I am trying to do at least one live watch along of every single team in the NHL before the season is up. Sea Life Project, aka Isha, is in the chat again. Say yo. So sorry. I was watching the MMA Hour. Haha. No worries, man. Great to see you as always. You know the drill, my friend. Make sure to leave a like and also subscribe if for some reason you're not. But I doubt that you are. That you aren't already subscribed. But how was the MMA Hour? Let me know how that was, man. I don't know MMA that well. I don't watch it very often, but I'm definitely curious, man. Let me know. Another somebody else that's always in the chat as well, Kat Connor, saying, hey, what is going on, Kat? Great to see you, my friend. How are you doing today on this fine Monday afternoon? Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. We appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like while you're here. It helps out the channel tremendously. Pauline thinks we work with NHL. Thanks for the sub. No, I mean, hey, if we build this up enough, maybe the NHL will start listening to us. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. It helps out the channel tremendously. We're getting a lot of comments right now. We're flowing. My Hats fan is pissed at Primo. LOL. I mean, he is their backup, and granted, the one of the weaker points of Montreal is their goaltending, with obviously Carey Price being out long term. But hey, Primo's doing, I guess, all that he really can, and he's kind of proving that he is what he is, a third string goaltender at best. Once again, Pauline asking us to cancel the NHL season. Well, unfortunately, we don't have that much power, but we'll definitely try to progress as best as we can. Jacob saying, I work for the NHL, and we're not going to cancel the season. So there you go, Pauline. Hopefully, Jacob answered your question. Sorry I couldn't join the first period. I had first in-school day of 2022. No worries, Faggio. Hopefully, your first day went pretty well. And yeah, I mean, look, normally, if this was on a regular Monday, because today here in the United States, it's Martin Luther King Day, this would be something where this game would probably be at 7 o'clock or even 10 o'clock because it's in Arizona. But this is one of the few times where the game is actually in the middle of the day, which is actually kind of nice. I don't do a whole lot of day games, but it's kind of nice to do one in the middle of the day. Kind of gets me through the day. Helwani kills it every week. Best live YouTube show. You have convinced me now to go subscribe to that. I'm actually going to do it right now while I'm on stream. MMA Hour. Let me see if I can find it here. Is that the name, Isha? Is that the name of the YouTube channel, MMA Hour? Like, what exactly is the name of the channel? Let me know. Cat Connor saying, I'm good. Good to hear, Cat. Great as always. Thank you again for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. As always, make sure to leave a like I said before, if you haven't already. Other than THPN. Fair enough. Pauline, if you subscribe, I'll do my best. So there you go, Pauline. You got to subscribe to the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, and Isha will do everything he can to make sure the rest of the season gets canceled. MMA Fighting is the channel. Okay, so now I know what I have to look up here. Let's see. We'll look it up. Slowly loading here. So, or on podcast. Fair enough. Front Row Productions is once again in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, my friend. Great to see you as always. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you didn't get a whole lot of snow where you are, but thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us. We appreciate it as always, my friend. Make sure to leave a like while you're here. It helps out the channel, helps out all of us tremendously. Thank you for your support. THPN over TSN. I mean, I'll take that. I'm obviously from America, don't have the opportunity to watch TSN, but hey, I will gladly take that. THPN over TSN 100%. Did I see the Raiders game? Yeah, I knew, Kat, you were going to bring this up. I did indeed watch the Raiders game. Obviously heartbreaking the way the game ended. Raiders were on the doorstep of potentially tying the game, but they could not. But I think still winning 10 games, making the playoffs despite everything, I think was absolutely tremendous. And hopefully they can deal with that, and hopefully they can build upon that and go from there. I will take the NHL the core on the people's core if the NHL doesn't cancel the season. Yes. Well, Isha will help you with that, Pauline. If you do like and subscribe here, please, he will support you 100%. For us, and Jacob, fight me. MMA On Point is another amazing channel. Thank you for the recommendations, Isha. Appreciate it, my friend. What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining 100%. And we're already starting this between Jacob and Front Row. Drop a like and subscribe. Yes, we are almost to 1,000. At the time when this live watch along started, we were at 840. So we are getting closer. We are 160 subscribers away from 1,000. Let's get to 1K by the end of the year, ladies and gentlemen. We're only 17 days into 2022, and we're off to a great start. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Be absolutely awesome. Hello there, Neil. The snow has already gone away. Yeah, it's basically the same thing in my area as well. We got a little bit of snow that's stuck, but then the rain came along. It was pretty warm, and as a result, it kind of washed away all of it. Neil, James Harden just got hurt his thigh. Oh, Jesus. That's great. So Kevin Durant, who's out for probably a month, and now Harden gets hurt. I've never seen a super team have this much adversity since they've come together. It's very frustrating to see how this is all played out, but hopefully it's not as serious. Hopefully it's not serious. Let's put it that way. Poor Belichick. That was a big L for the Patriots. Yeah, I don't think I've ever consciously remember the last time Belichick got blown out that badly, especially in a playoff game. Pauline said, I did. Thank you so much for subscribing to us, Pauline. We appreciate it. We will help you out as best as we can with trying to cancel the rest of the NHL season, but thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. From our productions, it's cold as well. Diggers cracking the ice storm outside, though. Jeez, be safe out there, man. Be safe out there. Thanks, Pauline, 100%. Jared Brown in the chat saying, what's up? What's going on, Jared? Great to see you, my friend. Jared, I'll be doing the Vegas Golden Knights game on Thursday against Montreal here on the Hockey Podcast Network. So make sure you not only do you stick around for this one, but you also tune in for that one as well. Thank you so much. I'm making barbecue for dinner. Front Row Production tells us that's great, man. What type of barbecue we having tonight, man? Let me know. Let me know. He's saying, because the team is full of the most diva superstars in the league, Neil, ha ha. I mean, Kevin, diva, really? I guess I could kind of see what you're saying there, Isha, but don't fully agree. Quick has 4 goals on 8 shots today, and it's only the first period. Ouch, maybe Peterson will come in and will save the Kings in my fantasy team. I actually almost did that game between San Jose and LA, but considering it's already a blowout, I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because we have a much closer game here with it being 2-1 Arizona after 1 period of play. Jacob, like that, like your argument doesn't really value that much. I mean, the Lakers are what? Are they like 500? Have they even gotten to 500 yet, dude? And you say West Brick. I mean, yeah, he's bricking a lot of shots. Imagine if LeBron was there, they would be fist fighting or bitch slapping each other. That, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I'll be here. Cat Counter saying, do the Nets play today? They are currently in the third quarter, almost to the fourth quarter, against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Don't know what the score is at the top of my head. Man, I want some barbecue. Chicken barbecue on the grill, buddy. Great to hear. Sounds delicious. You enjoy yourself, my friend. Nets are full of bums. The same thing can be said about the Lakers, except the difference is that the Lakers are old and they are bums, Jacob. Jacob, you're high. Westbrook is not better than Kyrie. Yeah, that's for damn sure. Isha talking to Fagio saying, you have Quick in fantasy. Ouch. Yes, that is a ouch. 100%. I will take you into the NHL, the court on the People's Court. All right, fair enough. And roasted corn on the cob. Jeez, man. Front Row, you're making me so damn hungry right now, man. Come on. This is not fair. All Habs Hockey Magazine, another Montreal Canadiens podcast here on the Hockey Podcast Network. Great job, Neil, describing a rather lifeless game. THPN team. No problem, man. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps out the channel. It's actually been a pretty back and forth game for the most part. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a blowout when it was 2-0 Arizona, but then Montreal got a goal late in this period and got themselves rolling a little bit. And it's a pretty close game through 20 minutes of action. So we'll see how things progress as this game goes along, but it's a pretty decent game so far. Jacob saying it's 88-87 end of third quarter. 88-87 who? You got to tell us who's winning the game. Can't just give us the score, man. Kyrie is way better in all ways except rebounding. I do agree with that. 100% with that. Currently in the wildcard standings in the Eastern Conference, Bruins are up second wildcard spot. Red Wings are behind them by 7 points. The wildcard is starting to there's starting to be a little bit of distance in the Eastern Conference in the wildcard standings, so we'll see what happens with that. Cat Connor saying, love barbecue ribs. Who doesn't? Jared Brown saying, how about the Bruins, though? Hey, man, they're rocking and rolling. 47 points entering Monday, most games remaining. They have the second most games remaining entering Monday with 47, and they still have a pretty sizable lead against Detroit in the wild card standing. So they have a really good opportunity in the next couple of weeks to really get themselves going and get themselves back. Really just get themselves in a solid playoff position. Danelle saying, hey, Neil, do you think the Devils are at the bottom of the basement like the Canadiens and Coyotes are? No, I don't. I really don't. I think also when you look at the amount of injuries and the amount of adversity this team has faced, I think that it's unfair to say that. I do understand why people would say it just looking at the points, and obviously people wanted to continue to crap on the Devils for different reasons. But I don't think the Devils are there. I think maybe they're pushing a little bit, but if they get on a big losing streak, then I would definitely say yes. But they've just been competitive. They just haven't been able to have their full roster. But hopefully by the time we reach Wednesday, when the Devils are at home against these Arizona Coyotes, the team will be much more at full strength. Kyrie is a effing bum. Man's got carried by Legault when him and Legault was on the Cavs. So how does that make him worse than Russell Westbrook? I don't understand that. I don't. What's your point there? Yeah, absolutely. Rick and All Habs are beauty. Subscribe to their channel. I believe I was on their podcast one time. Definitely love those guys. They do a great job covering the Montreal Canadiens, and I'm sure that they are enjoying themselves so far in this one today. But shout out to them. Jacob saying it was 88-87 Nets going into the fourth quarter. Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate it, man. Naisha, I have Peterson, and I'll get some points to get me the win column. I get confusion now. Oh, okay. So, I mean, if Peterson comes in and plays well, then you get some solid fantasy points when you didn't expect it. The only thing I love about hockey that I really love is the playoffs. It's unlike any other sport in itself. Oh, yeah, it's the best. It is honestly the best playoffs of any sport in North America. I mean, it's a 2-month-long haul, 7-game series in the most physical sport in North America, vying for one of the oldest trophies in America in North American sports. It's absolutely phenomenal. So much excitement, so many crazy moments that can happen, and it's just great. The Stanley Cup playoffs are the best. How about the Knights now? Though, cooking with gas, my friend, cooking with gas with the way that they've been playing. So apparently we're being sued. I will sue you in the NHL for $200 saying help Pauline win the court trial over THP in the NHL and cancel the season. So apparently we're now getting sued for not canceling the season. The damn Bruins, man, even in 2010 when I was in grade 12, we were talking about the Bruins. They still dominate. Did a very good job for many, many years being very, very consistent. Vegas with Jack Eichel, they're going to be a problem. Every stream you do, I have a player in the game on my fantasy team. This stream is no different. Try to guess which one it is. Clayton Keller. Clayton Keller or Phil Kessel, Fagio is my guess. What's the asking price for Sharon Govich? Wild might make offer for him. The asking price is nothing because he's not going anywhere, Isha. They're not going to trade one of their young, talented forwards away for nothing. Unless we get a deal that we can't refuse, which I doubt. I mean, if you're willing to give up... let's see. Who are you willing to give up? I don't know. I'll think of somebody. But I doubt that Sharon Govich will be going anywhere. Then Westbrook got carried by Harden on the Rockets too. I agree with that. Cat 100%. They got knocked out in the second round. Fair enough. But the World Cup is pretty cool in the Olympics. That's true. Bing O'Neill, it is Clayton Keller. All right, man. So fair enough. I asked what the price is. I really don't know. I honestly don't know what the price would be. I would imagine, considering the value that he probably has with this Devils team, he's probably valued to have maybe a late first round pick, maybe a second, 2 seconds. If you're not going to give up a first, maybe a couple seconds and a second and a third. That would probably be the asking price, honestly, Isha, for it. But again, I doubt the Devils would even consider something like that. Danelle saying the NHL is the best playoffs out of the 4 major pro sports. Then the NBA, NFL, and MLB, plus the Stanley Cup is the hardest championship trophy to win. 100% agree with you, Danelle. So I'm trying to see here what's going on. A little bit interesting there as we're just about ready to start our second period of play. It's him or William Karlsson. They have Greenway, prospects, Fiala. They can move. Honestly, a Sharon Govich for Kevin Fiala deal would honestly, I think, be pretty good for both teams. But it would all depend on if the Devils are really willing to move on from Sharon Govich. But we are underway here in our second period of our game between the Arizona Coyotes and Montreal Canadiens. It is currently 2-1 Arizona. So we'll see what both teams have in store for us here in this second period of play. And he goes, oh, easy new center for the Wild. He's more of a winger, Isha, but he can play some center if you get it. He's pretty pumped about that. The Islanders play tonight versus the Flyers. What is your prediction? I'm going to go with the Islanders winning a tightly contested one, 3-1 against the Flyers. Not to be political, but Joe Biden just said George Floyd made more of an impact than MLK. That's interesting. That's an interesting thing. Do you think the Islanders are in the bottom of the basement like the Canadiens and Coyotes are? With just the way the season has gone for them, I would say that probably right now. But I think as the season progresses, Danelle, they probably will get out of that and go from there. Faggio roasting Jacob. Apparently, Jacob just started watching basketball this season because the OG Rockets with Harden and Westbrook are absolutely insane. They almost knocked out the Warriors with Steph, Clay, and KD. That's very, very true. Very, very true. William Carlson will never leave UGK until his contract is done. Fair enough. Pauline plays Jacob on NHL winner gets to sue the other. I think that's a good bet. That's a good deal. But I was at Kobe's last game and I've watched the NBA for 7 years. Dude, you just saying that kind of defeats your stance, my friend, a little bit. But we're about 90 seconds into the second period here. Still 2-1 Arizona, as we'll see which team is able to get the next goal. Obviously, Arizona would love to get the next one to get the lead back up to 2. How about Tuukka Rask? Yeah, it's great to see him back in the NHL. He looked pretty solid in his first game. It's going to take him some time to get himself rolling, but once he really gets himself back to form that he was at, he's going to just make that Bruins team even tougher to play against. As Vejmelka plays the puck behind the net and nearly turned it over, but luckily an Arizona Coyotes player was able to get there first. Hockey's biggest fan, once again in the chat. What's going on, man? Great to see you as always. Hope your league is doing well. Make sure to leave a like while you're here. It helps out the channel tremendously. Dude, everyone's just going after Jacob right now. He's 100% believing he can't have a player making that much on the third, fourth line. Isha, you nailed it on the head with William Karlsson. He might be one of those guys that's part of the casualty once Jack Eichel gets back into the fold. Might as well get a good deal in prospects in return, 100%. Then that means you've watched the Lakers only in the past 7 years. The best weekend because of the Jets and Giants division rivals all lost this weekend. Yes, Patriots, Eagles, Cowboys, all a bunch of frauds. All got knocked out in the first round. As a shot from the left side, just missed the net there, but a good try nonetheless by Montreal. They could not score. You guys are firing off on the chat right now. I love it. Keep the comments rolling. I will continue to show them as best as I can. Also, while giving you guys the best play-by-play I can of our game here. As Arizona coming the other way now. Opportunity is 28, dropped it off, but it's broken up. Arizona holding on to the puck. Clayton Keller fires it around the boards to number 8. Boyd with the puck now over to number 8. He drops it off. Gets pinned on the boards by Montreal. Then the Canadiens are able to whack it out of the zone here. But it looks like it deflected out of play, I believe. So we're going to stop here with 16:43 to go in the second period. Still 2-1 Arizona here against the Montreal Canadiens. How about the 49ers and Cowboys? Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not totally surprised that the Cowboys once again choked in the playoffs. They do it pretty much every single year. The way that game ended was really, really funny. And obviously, it's something. It's basically at this point, like, what else can the Cowboys do to put themselves in position to go after and win a Super Bowl? Or at least win a playoff game. And my brother actually told me that apparently over the last 20 years or so, the Jacksonville Jaguars have more playoff wins than the Dallas Cowboys. So let that sink in. Let that sink in for you. But Niners with the big upset on their way to the next round. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Isha says, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. It helps out the channel tremendously. We are almost to 850 subscribers, trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. As Sherratt with the puck now for Montreal, drops off in the slot, but it's broken up by Arizona. We've reached just about 4 minutes into this second period here of our game between the Canadiens and Arizona Coyotes. And here comes Phil to throw. Kessel drops off to Krause. He tried to saucer it to Phil Kessel, but it was broken up. Arizona still has the puck now. 62 takes a wrist shot. That one just deflected wide. Arizona still with the puck now. Kraus, top of the point. One-time shot. That one is blocked. 62 once again keeps it in for Arizona. Nice move to the backhand, and he scores! Oh my goodness, what a goal from number 62 of Arizona. He keeps the puck in right on the blue line. Dekes past one defender, gets it into the slot, goes from his forehand to his backhand, top shelf. I believe, what is that? Hauser is his name? Either way, he ends up scoring just 4.5 minutes into this second period. It's Moser, that scores, and the Coyotes have doubled their lead again. It's now 3-1. Just a beautiful goal there from Moser, number 62. He took a shot, it got blocked, came right back to him, got around Anderson, went to the backhand, under the arm of Primo and in, and Montreal now once again down by 2 goals. A lot of comments here that I'm trying to keep up. Just need the Buccaneers to be gone because Brady. Don't hate the Buccaneers, just hate Brady. Don't want him to get another Super Bowl to win another title. Yeah, man. I mean, to me, I think it's just at this point that we're probably going to get Bucs and Chiefs again, but who knows? Who knows? So that project, subscribe to the channel. Watchalongs every day. Drop a like for Neil. Absolutely. Thank you, Isha, for doing that, man. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Drop a like while you're here and subscribe. Helps out the channel tremendously. Do I like snow? Absolutely, I do, except when I have to push it out of my very long driveway. But I do love snow 100%. Jacob, it's important to take breaks between shoveling snow or you could get brain damage. Isha saying, I have a brother. Yes, I do, Isha. You were here the last time he was here. You don't remember? My brother was sitting here for a little bit. But yes, I do have a brother. I actually have 3 brothers and a sister. I am the youngest of 5. As an opportunity for Montreal is stopped by Vinoka, and he'll cover it here with 14:53 to go in this second period. 3-1 Arizona. And did you see those Cowboys fans crying yesterday? And of course, Stephen A. Smith laughing and making fun of them like he always does. Of course, I saw it, man. Absolutely love it as a Giants fan, even though the Giants didn't make the playoffs. But it's always fun to see the Cowboys get bounced out of the playoff. Nets game is tied at 97 currently. All right. Giants and Jets have more playoff wins than the Cowboys. I think that's true. I feel so bad for Jeremy Swayman. He's an NHL caliber goalie and good second option for Ullmark. He probably thought this would be his breakout year, but Rask came and he's in the NHL and probably going to Edmonton. I mean, there's going to be teams that are going to be vying for Jeremy Swayman because you're stuck with Ullmark long-term because you signed him to a 5-year deal. Rask is just kind of year to year, and Swayman might just get frustrated to the point where he would want out of Boston to go someplace where he could be a number 1 goaltender. Kessel will land in Winnipeg. Tell me I'm wrong. That's so random, but honestly, I wouldn't put it past Winnipeg. Wow, it's 3-1. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Fazio saying, I guess he can get some of the Canadian hot dogs in his best location. Hockey's biggest fan cheering on the Leafs. Fair enough, my friend. What's your brother's name? Well, I have one brother. His name's Jeff. He's the one that lives with me. I have a brother Nick, a brother Mike, and a sister Angelina. As an opportunity for Arizona, shot goes wide. I don't really care who wins this game today, but I'll take the USA team. Fair enough. I don't really have a preference in this game either. Just looking for a good game. Oh my goodness, what a hit from number 46 of Arizona on number 45 of Montreal. Big time hit there. Doesn't look like there's going to be a penalty, but are we having a fight here? No, as the camera just went away, not really sure. But number 45 of Montreal got his bell wrong, and he actually looks like it's going to be a penalty. It's going to be an interference call against the Coyotes on that hit. Don't really agree with it there, but nonetheless, Montreal will get its second power play, as it was Chushkin with the big time hit there. But we're going to get our second power play of the game for Montreal, as they'll have an opportunity to see if they can cut the deficit again to 1 here, as we have just a little bit over 13 minutes to go here in this second period. 3-1 Arizona. As we'll step aside for just a moment as we'll get another quick word from our sponsors. So as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring these live watch-alongs and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up, make sure to use our promo code, which you can see in the bottom right corner, THPN. So the Arizona Coyotes got themselves the 2-goal lead back, and now they lead it 3-1 here. Montreal and Arizona have the two lowest points percentages in the NHL. Montreal at .264, Arizona at .278. Montreal right now going to the power play here with a chance to once again cut the deficit to 1, as it once again, we'll see here who the penalty ended up being on, but I believe it's on the same guy that took the first penalty of this game for Arizona, as we'll see here in just a moment. Number 38 of Arizona, that's the second penalty he's taken in this one. Couple other comments here. You are the youngest, nice, youngest, always the favorite. I totally agree with that, Isha, 100%. 101 to 97 Cavs, kind of to be expected, not going to lie. My neighbor makes homemade Italian meatballs. They are to die for. That sounds excellent. You in front row are making me so damn hungry right now. It's unbelievable. But right now, Jerome with the puck down for Montreal, gets the puck on the right side again, holds, gives it off, drop pass over, and it's broken up by Arizona, and they're going to just slowly take it out of the zone and clear it. OMG, it was Ren Picklick who scored. Fuck. Yes, it was Ren Picklick getting his 7th goal of the year, first as a Montreal after he was picked up off of waivers. My name Jeff, as Isha put it. I get Faggio talking about Jeremy Swayman. He'd want to go somewhere that he could be number 1, exactly Edmonton. That's why I feel bad for him, because he has to go to a hellhole of Edmonton. It's possible. I doubt that Boston will make a move and get rid of him, but you never know. How long has it been since the Nets have won a championship? It's been like a solid, almost 50 years, because they won 2 ABA championships way back in the day when they had Dr. J. Julius Erving, but they have not won an NBA championship. They've been to 2 NBA finals, but have not won a championship yet. A hockey's biggest fan talk about his league, saying Habs lost 4-1 versus the Jets in the MSHL, and Edmonton lost 2-1 to Boston. Game tied at 105 now. Did you see my video on making homemade maple syrup? I did, Isha, and I'm super jealous. You people are making me so damn hungry today. It's unbelievable. But I did see that video, Isha. Well done, my friend. Loving your content 100%. It makes me want to try that stuff more and more, and also just experience the Pacific Northwest as well. Faggio saying, haha, Jets win in the mini stick league. As an opportunity there for Montreal is stopped and covered by Vejmelka with 2 seconds to go here on the Canadiens power play. 11:43 to go here in the second period. 3-1 Arizona is our score right now. I cannot believe the Wild waived Rem. Hoppy even bought a jersey. Haha. Well, he should be happy that Rem got himself a goal in this one. Got himself on the score sheet. Pancakes or waffles? French toast. There's your answer, Danelle. There's your answer, my friend. I'm going to Chili's with my fam. Potato skins are so good. Lucky. Hopefully you're staying safe, though, but that should be a lot of fun. Enjoy yourself, Kat, and make sure to save a couple of potato skins for me. Would definitely appreciate it. Yes, guys, check out the City Life Project. This is Isha's video vlog. He does a great job, a bunch of different things, beer, food, whatever you want to think of. He shows it there. Go check it out. Would definitely appreciate that 100%. 108 to 105 Cavs with 2:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Thank you, Jared, for these updates. Appreciate it, man. Front row's all about the blueberry pancakes. He's just saying, I made French toast in the video, Danelle. Yes, you did, my friend. Looks so damn good. Mini Stick Hockey League update. Leafs won 5-1 against the Sens, and one more Seattle versus Avs. Avs won 4-1. Thank you so much. Hockey's big thing. Can I just call you HBF now? Just to make it short. Can I just call you HBF? Is that cool? Cat Car saying, maybe I will tag you in my Insta story. Appreciate it, Cat. 100%. Jared saying, let's go Arizona. Front row saying he's going to follow City Life. So there you go. Isha getting a new subscriber just about now. Laughed my ass off quick, letting another goal, and that's 5 goals and only 4 saves. Yikes. Jonathan Quick showing his age a little bit as the Sharks dominating. I think it's 5-1 San Jose just as the second period's going to start. That's crazy. But with 10:35 to go here in the second period of our game, it's currently 3-1 Arizona. Shots are 13-11 in favor of Montreal. The Canadiens are 0-2 on the power play so far in this one as they continue to show why they're the worst power play in the NHL. And it looks like we're getting a penalty here just as I speak. And we'll see here. It looks like it's interference call. We'll see who it's on. Looks like it's again Arizona. It's 46 going to the box now. So Arizona once again going to the sin bin. My opponent had Quick and he has minus 11 points. Yikes. As it was Lyubushkin who interfered with Christian Dvorak, the former Arizona Coyote himself. So Lyubushkin will go to the sin bin here. So Montreal, for the third time already in this game, will get themselves an opportunity in a power play, once again searching to cut the deficit again to 1. Rough Road Productions, you are a beauty. Absolutely. Love to see it. Rams versus Cardinals played tonight for the last wildcard weekend. Who do you think will win? My predictions have been pretty poor, Kat, throughout most of this, but I'm going to go with the Rams in this one. But now a shorthanded breakaway for Clayton Keller. He comes in, and a good save there by Primo with his chest. Oh, Clayton Keller almost got himself a shorty, but a good save there by Primo. That nearly turned into a disaster. Let's see. Faggio saying, oh my, Tomas Hertl with 3 assists, you legend. So obviously Faggio's pretty pumped that Tomas Hertl having himself a big-time game with the Sharks. Avs are beating the Wild 2-1, so Isha probably not too thrilled about that. Now it's 2-2. Okay, so now he should be happy a little bit. 9:30 to go here in this second period. 1 minute to go on the power play for Montreal. Still trailing here 3-1 to the Coyotes. Now Montreal comes up the left side, dump the puck into the offensive zone. 60 with the puck, trying to get the puck out. It's Andrew Ladd. Intercepted Petrie over to the left side. Now back to Petrie at the top of the point. Gets over. One-time shot by Drouin is deflected, but it's covered by Vejmelka, and he'll make the save, and we'll get a stop here. 9:04 to go in this second period. 39 seconds remaining on the power play for Montreal. I wonder what Harden looks like when he shaves his beard. Look at Kat. Look up James Harden either in high school or when he was at Arizona State, and you'll know your answer. Jared Brown saying it's 5-1 Sharks, so the Sharks are off and rolling against their California rivals. Now, Drouin with the puck, gives over Petrie. Now back to Drouin with a shot, and that one goes in! And I'm not sure if it was deflected or if Drouin's going to end up getting the puck. It looks like it's number 25, Poling, who's going to get the goal there. But nonetheless, with 8:47 to go in this second period, Montreal cuts the deficit in half and gets a goal on the power play. It's now 3-2. So we'll see it again. Drouin with the shot. It was deflected up high by Poling, and Vejmelka was arguing that it might have been a high stick. No, it was a pretty easy level sticking there. So Poling, number 25 of Montreal, gets the goal. And with 8:47 remaining, Montreal once again down by just 1 goal. Jacob saying, by the way, Harden is not injured. That is great to hear. That is great to hear. Ryan Poling getting just his 5th goal of the season, scoring on the power play, getting the 2nd goal of the night for Montreal. Now Arizona just trying to get the puck out of the zone here, come the other way, and they do. And number 8 with the puck now holds, looking for Clayton Keller, missed him. Now number 8 with the puck getting bindled on the boards by Joel Armia. Tried to find Keller, had his stick lifted, no penalty, and now Montreal comes the other way. 71 dumps it into Vejmelka. He'll look like he was going to play it, and then he'll cover it, and we will get a face-off here with 8:10 to go here in the second period. Ryan Pooling's 5th goal of the year on a deflection cuts the deficit in half, and it's now 3-2 Arizona here in this one, as we will step aside and get another word from our awesome sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook. So once again, as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure you use our promo code down in the bottom right corner, THPN. So Ryan Pooling just got himself his 5th goal of the year, a deflection on the power play, and he's able to help the Canadiens cut the deficit in half as they currently trail 3-2 here against the Arizona Coyotes. The Beer Sports Whatever podcast is back. What is going on, my friend? Great to see you as always. Good stream. I just subscribed. Great to hear, man. Thank you so much. And as always, guys, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss any new live watch-alongs that we do here on the Hockey Podcast Network. We are so close to 850 subscribers. We are trying to get to 900 by the end of the month, and we are certainly on pace to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So help us out. It would be great if you guys could help us out. Baggio saying who scored? Ryan Pooling scored. It was his 5th goal of the year. My good friend Bayou Benders, Corey Fleetwood saying fuck yeah, Pooling. What's going on, Corey? Great to see you, my friend. I knew you were going to come on here and say hi for a little bit. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're not already, my friend. I'm sure you're pumped up. Who's winning, the Blackhawks or Kraken? Probably the Blackhawks, Jared. I'm going to go with like 4-2 in that one. What's good, Neil? Great to see you, Corey. Great to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. I know they had a nasty storm down in the southeast that we got a little bit of here last night, but hopefully you're doing well, my friend. Great to see you as always. I'm busy grilling the succulent chicken over the coals outside in the frigid cold. Hey, man, there's no better way to do it, my friend. Love to see it. When will you do the next live? Kat, for me personally, I will be here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel on Thursday night at 10 o'clock when the Vegas Golden Knights are at home against these Montreal Canadiens. So that'll be the next live watch-along I do, but we will definitely have a live watch-along tomorrow and Wednesday as well. We have live watch-alongs every single day here. Corey's also pumped about Rem Pitlick getting his first goal as a Montreal Canadien, saying Rem Pitlick too, let's go. Yeah, Corey, it's been a pretty interesting game so far between two bottom feeder teams in the NHL. Benders, you better subscribe. You better, man, if you haven't already. I am so pissed Rem Pitlick was taken by the freaking Habs. Hey, man, you shouldn't have put him on waivers. That's the that's the Wild fault. Murrow saying, I bet it smells amazing. Cat Car saying, great. And then Faggio asking, can you do a jet stream? Absolutely, Faggio. 100%. Is there any particular game, like either, I would say probably like next week, is there any Jets game that you want me to do? Let me know if there's one specifically, or do you want me to just pick one out myself? But I will certainly do a Jets game, just for you, man. Like I said, I'm trying to do a stream for every single team in the NHL, and I'll definitely do one of those. At Baggio, the Jets are one of my favorite teams. Yes, hockey's biggest fan. You've been talking about that for a bunch of different times. Would love to do that. I'm sure we get a lot of big-time Jets fans. And Faggio, when I do that one, you got to get all your Winnipeg Jets fans in here so that they can like and subscribe and continue to help us and support us. We would appreciate it 100%. I didn't realize the game had started. I just finished cutting the grass. How's the grass looking, Corey? Let me know how it is. Would love to see a picture, but let me know how the grass is. How'd you do today? On a scale of 1 to 10, how good is it? Now Arizona has the puck, 14. Holds on the left side, takes a wrist shot. That one is blocked. Arizona keeps it in here. About 5 minutes to go here in the second period. 3-2 Arizona. Nice deflection in front. Scramble in front of the net. But Primo is able to get over and cover it as Schmaltz was trying to get a rebound opportunity. But Primo says no. As we get another face-off here with 5:03 to go in this second period. 3-2 is our score between the Coyotes and Montreal Canadiens. Finnegan Graham, what's going on, my friend? Great to see you. Hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. We appreciate it. Thanks for doing this. No problem, Finnegan. Thank you for coming on and hanging out with us. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. It helps out the channel tremendously. Isha, this is so corny. The grass is always greener. Ain't that the truth? Corey Fleetwood saying, like shit, earthy 3 out of 5. That's not too bad. That's not too bad, Corey. We'll give you that. Another project saying, Finnegan, thanks for joining, subscribe, and like. Watch alongs every day on the channel. Hell yeah. Can you do a Leaf stream? I've done several Leaf streams hockey's biggest fan. If there was nobody doing any live watch along on Wednesday, I would definitely do the Rangers-Leafs game, but I will certainly do a Leafs game in the future, my friend, no doubt about it. Let's get to 900 subscribers today, dude. That would be sick. Let's get it going, man. Let's just blow the doors open with new subscribers. Let's get to 900 by the end of today. Finnegan Graham saying deal, great, and then says done. Love to hear it. Thank you so much, Finnegan. We appreciate you liking and subscribing to us. Means the world to us. New live watch logs here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel every single day of the week. Thank you so very much. Not gonna lie, I don't care about what game. It's just not this week because I don't want you to get exhausted. Well, I am doing game on Thursday, so yeah. Here's what I'll do, Baggio. I will make sure to look at the schedule for next week, and I will schedule a Jets game for next week. Got a deal? Great. The grass is always greener in Minnesota, where Rem belongs. Lol. There you go. Hockey's big fan saying okay. He took the Northwest Passage shotty. There we go. I love the banter. I love this banter between Ish and Corey in the chat. And again, you are such a beauty. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Good answer, Benders. Fazio saying deal. Great. Great to hear. Ish is saying shout out to Stan Rogers. Absolutely 100%. So now Arizona has the puck behind her own net. Somebody gets knocked down there for a second. Montreal with the puck. Don't know what happened to the scoreboard here as a shot there by Lehkonen is stopped and covered by Vejmelka with 4:30 to go here in this second period. Still 3-2 Arizona. So if you guys haven't put your predictions in, you have until the beginning of the third period to give some predictions for the rest of this game. Let me know what you guys think. Who's going to score? Who's going to win? Anything crazy? Let me know in the chat and I will share it here on the screen. These live watch-alongs are comment-driven streams. We love interacting with you guys. You guys help us make this channel so great, and we love hanging out with you every day of the week. So please make sure you guys leave your predictions. Isha saying, off topic, I have pimples inside behind the lobe of the same ear. Very uncomfortable. That is horrible to hear, Isha, and I hope you can get that solved sooner rather than later, as we're going to get a penalty here against somebody. It's going to be a slash against Mike Hoffman, the former Ottawa Senator, St. Louis Blue, who now is going to go in the sin bin. So Arizona will get their first crack at the power play here, as we'll see if they'll get as we'll see if they can double their lead again. Finnegan say, I have a question for you. Who is your favorite Edmonton Oil player? That's actually a good question. For me, I've always been a big fan. You know what? My favorite Edmonton Oiler is Kyle Yamamoto. I think he just has a really cool name. He's a really, really solid player who's developing into a top 6 type forward. And I really think that if he just continues to play the way he's been playing, he's just going to get that much better. The Coyotes power play is 31st in the NHL. So not only are we getting two of the worst teams in the NHL, but we are getting the 2 worst power plays in the NHL. But the Canadiens already scored on one of them, so we'll see if Arizona can do the same thing. Hockey's biggest fan said, I'll be right back. No worries, my friend. Nets lost to the Cavs by 7. Honestly, not surprised. I'm not surprised. We just have not been playing well. And then guys getting hurt left and right. It's tough. It's tough. Teams are giving the Nets their best game, and the Nets are just not responding in kind. They really need to respond better. Steve Nash needs to be fired. Finnegan saying, nice to my answer about Kyle Yamamoto. A very close second, Finnegan, is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Always been a big fan of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. I feel like he's always been somebody that has been given a bad break, and I know he had a lot of expectations, but I still think he's now become more of an under-the-radar type player, and I feel like he would flourish in a place where he's more of the man. As a one-time shot by Keller goes wide in the net here. 3:33 to go here in this second period. Arizona currently on the power play right now, looking to try to get themselves the 2-goal lead again for the 3rd time today. Andrew Ladd, the former Chicago Blackhawk, with the puck now over to Kessel on the left side, drops it off to his teammate. Now drop at the top of the point. 14 over to Keller. Fakes the slap shot. Holds. Waits. Wrist shot. That would have stopped. Rebound try is smothered and covered by Primo. As we'll get a stop here. 3:08 to go in the second. 50 seconds to go on the Arizona power play. The Coyotes looking here, but let's call it like it is, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that the Coyotes went full Kachina, both with their road and their home, I think is great. It's just a shame that there's probably a pretty good chance that they won't be in Arizona by next year. But, we'll see what happens with the whole situation with Tempe and if they do indeed get that stadium sooner rather than later. McDavid and Draisaitl are my favorites. That's fair. I mean, you got to love both of them. McDavid, one of the top, could easily be best player in the NHL. Draisaitl, certainly a top 10 player in his own right. Would always be curious to see how Draisaitl would do with his own team. I doubt that he'll do that, but that's definitely something that's in my mind. Ladd, the former Winnipeg Jet and New York Islander as well. That is very, very true. He was with the Islanders for so little, but his contract was so bad. But a rebound shot there, and that one just goes over the net, but does not go in. Great opportunity for Arizona, but they could not score there. Corey Fleetwood saying got that Waffle House defense in front of the net. So they see him saying there's a one-time slap there. It's blocked. Another follow-up try, and that shot goes wide as the power play comes to an end for Arizona. But they keep the puck in here. Schmaltz with the puck, being pinned by Jeff Petrie. 2 minutes to go here in this second period here. Now Cross tried to get the puck. He whiffed at it. 26 gets knocked down. Another opportunity and a rebound try, and the Coyotes score. And it's Nick Schmaltz on a rebound try that scores. And with 1:58 to go in this second period, the Coyotes again go back up by 2. It's now 4-2. So for anybody that said this wasn't going to be an entertaining game, you are definitely wrong, because it's been a 6-goal game so far, and we're still not done with the second period. As 26 had the puck, both teams just kind of whacking at it, and eventually it comes to Nick Schmaltz, who fires it through a little bit of a screen, and he was able to score, and yeah, it just goes under the glove of Primo and in. And so the Coyotes, for the third time in this game, have gotten themselves the 2-goal lead. Ladd signed the same year Louis Eriksson signed in Vancouver. Corey Fleetwood saying 5-hole actually was through the arm. As the Montreal Canadiens head coach is he going to challenge this for potentially goalie interference? Yo, what happened to Jeff Petrie? Dude, I don't know, bro. He's still one of he's still a solid defenseman, but he's just not the same that he once was even like a year ago. I don't know what has happened. Jacob is pumped up with Arizona scoring, and it looks like we are actually going to get a challenge by Ducharme of Montreal for goalie interference. So we'll see here if this goal will still count. This could be a big momentum swing in either way, because if Montreal can win this challenge, it's still only 3-2, and you still got a minute 58 to try to get that tying goal. But if you're Arizona, if this goal still counts, not only do you score, you get a power play for basically the rest of this period. Finnegan cheering on the Habs, saying, "Go Habs." He looks like Edmonton version of Jeff Petrie. That in many ways he does. He really has just struggled a lot. We'll see here again as Antoine Roussel was in front of the net. And he did with his butt. He used his butt and he made contact with Primo. But the question is it enough to be considered goalie interference? This is a big moment in the game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see here. We'll see how long it takes for the ref to make a decision. So the ref is here making a call. Still hasn't done anything. He's still talking. Ducharme does not look happy. I'm assuming that the goal will still count. I'm really not sure. Looks like the goal still counts, so it's not going to be goalie interference against Antoine Roussel. And so the Coyotes still will have their 2-goal lead, making it 4-2. And now they're going to go to the power play. So it's a double-edged sword there. So not only do you not win the challenge, but now you have to go to the penalty kill. Tough year. He's like Tomas Hertl better when he's not expected to be the leader. That's fair enough. I think honestly, Corey, that's a pretty fair evaluation. But I wonder if he's going to have any value himself at the deadline with Montreal. But that goal will definitely count for Nick Schmaltz. And now Arizona, for basically the rest of this period, will be on a power play with a great opportunity to maybe go up by 3 before the second period comes to an end. Shots are currently 18-16 in favor of Montreal, but they are still trailing by 2. I think it's a power play. I only see 4 players on the ice for Corey saying Descharme is something else. Honestly, Corey, I don't think he lasts after the season. I think he gets tossed. I think they go and get somebody else, and they kind of go from there. Currently, right now, teams are fighting for it behind the boards. Clayton Keller almost was able to get it and then lost it again. And then 28 for Montreal takes it, and he comes the other way. Short-handed opportunity. Drops it over to Dennis Savard. He loses it. And now here comes the Coyotes the other way. It's a 3-on-1. Kessel with the puck comes in, drops it off to Keller, but he lost it. He got himself tied up with the puck. Oh, Kessel probably should have just shot that himself. 1 minute to go here on the power play. 58 seconds to go in this second period as a soft shot by Montreal shorthanded goes into the glove of Vejmelka, and he'll cover it here with 51 seconds to go in this second period as Cole Caulfield is serving the 2-minute delay game against Montreal. Neil, French coaches are scarce. They ain't giving up on him that easy. Unless Daniel Briere becomes the GM and then Patrick Waugh becomes the next head coach. There you go. Or Alain Vigneault. That's a good point. Unless AV returns. He might. He very well could. Gorton is going to bring in his own people. Can't wait. Unless the ownership decides that they still want a French Canadian speaking coach and GM. But who knows? We'll see. 28 seconds to go here in this second period. 27 seconds to go on the power play for Arizona here as they look to try to get a late goal here. Montreal intercepts it in their own zone and dumps it out. He's just saying, stop, not Waugh. He's a clown. In many ways, he is. Corey said, I just threw up. You know, with the way things can happen, sometimes chaos in Montreal wouldn't be surprised. But 2 seconds, one, and that will do it for the second period of play here of our game as basically we had the same score in the second period as we did in the first. 2 goals for Arizona, 1 for Montreal, and it's 4-2 Arizona after 40 minutes of play. So we shall see what happens here in the final 20 minutes of action in this one. But we are going to step aside for a moment. I'll probably be a little bit longer than that as I go and grab a little bit more water. But I will see you when the second intermission report begins. And welcome everybody to our second intermission report of our game of this live watch along between the Arizona Coyotes and the Montreal Canadiens. It is 4-2 Arizona after 40 minutes of play. We've had the same score in both the first and second periods. 2 goals by Arizona and then 1 goal by Montreal. And that is where we are after 40 minutes of action. Corey and Isha in the chat talking about, well, Isha seems to not be a big fan of Patrick Waugh or the Quebec Remparts. Habs are entering a new era. Isha with the doubt button. Isha saying Neil will be back in a minute. Well, I'm back now. Subscribe and like new watchalongs every day. Again, saying you have more likes than views. I mean, sometimes that's how it goes, but I appreciate everybody liking and subscribing. And if you just come across this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and punch that notification bell so you don't miss any new live watch-alongs that we do here on the Hockey Podcast Network. We do ones every single day of the week. And actually, while I'm thinking of it, I'm actually going to bring up, let me see, draw. I'm going to bring up the schedule and tell you guys when the next, what's it called? When the next live watch along will be. Let me find it here. So, okay, dude, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special live watch along that we are doing tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Winnipeg Jets, Faggio, you better be listening. We have the Winnipeg Jets in Washington against the Washington Capitals, and we are getting our debut of the Caps Chirp podcast, which is with Hockey Troll and Paulie Cupcakes. Those are the two hosts of the Caps Chirp podcast. They cover the Washington Capitals. They are two of the funniest hosts we have here on the Hockey Podcast Network. They've definitely been super interested in doing a live watch along, and now they get a chance to do one, and I'm super excited to see that one. So again, our next live watch along will be tomorrow between the Winnipeg Jets and the Washington Capitals. That stream will start at around 6:55 p.m. Eastern here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Corey saying, I see Darsh becoming the GM. My choices were him or Mark Madden Jr. He's the best option. I mean, I feel like even though because of the fact that there's limited things with Montreal, because of the fact that they're always looking for French, English speaking, dual speaking people, I still feel like they're going to get a lot of really good candidates, and I'm definitely intrigued to see what happens with that and who ends up becoming the GM and coach. I think coach a little bit more. He's saying not views, live viewers, haha, but yes, invite your friends. Let's ramp it up. Absolutely, guys. We actually did a live watch along way back. January 1st, we did the NHL Winter Classic. We had over 8,500 people view that. And we had something like 50, 60 plus. We had almost 100 people viewing at one time. And that's what I want to try to get with every single one of these live watch-alongs, to get that many people to watch us, regardless of the game, regardless of anything. And so if you guys can help us spread the word, share this with your family and friends, get us some likes, get us some more subscribers, it would help out the channel tremendously. So please do that. It would mean the world to us. He's just going with Daniel Briere and Alexander Burrows, the former Vancouver Canuck. That would be interesting. Jacob already saying that the Caps are going to beat Winnipeg 4-1 in that game. I'm sure, Jacob, you will be there for that one. Checking some real quick. But yeah, honestly, guys, even though it's like 4-2 and it may feel like it's been mostly Arizona, I think that it's honestly been a pretty good game through 40 minutes of action. I would expect Montreal to have somewhat of a push in the third period to try to get themselves back in it. Wouldn't be surprised if this was one of those games that ended like 4-3 or even 5-4, where it was just a constant like battle in the third period. Arizona knows that they're going to have to get that next goal to get up by 3, because I feel like this is one of those games where Montreal's just kind of hanging around, and just trying to find those opportunities. But if Arizona can get that next goal, go up by 3, that's going to put this game out of reach, and Arizona's going to get themselves a big victory before they head up on the road and take on the Devils on Wednesday. Yeah, Alexander Burrows wants to get into management. Interesting. That would definitely be an interesting pairing. Don't know how it would work, but I guess we'll see what happens with that. Isha also going with the Caps beating the Winnipeg Jets. Jacob saying the Jets are more overrated than the Leafs. I don't know about that. I don't think that a lot of people would agree with that. I mean, I guess front row um, agrees with that, but I wouldn't. I don't know how the Jets would necessarily be more overrated than the Leafs. I feel like if anything, the Leafs are like the most overrated team. I don't think there's a lot of questions with that, but I think also the Jets are actually one of the more beloved teams. In Canada because of the small market and everything and having them come back and things like that. I don't think they're very disliked around the NHL. I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong, but that's just my opinion of it. Also, remember, guys, just a friendly tip. Make sure you drink as much water as possible. Hydrate before you dihydrate, as my friends say. It's very, very important, especially in this day and age. Also, have a glass of wine. They'll make you feel better. Ferrer saying, no, I agree the Caps will win. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. He's saying, no, everyone is neutral on the Jets in Canada if they are not fans. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I feel like the Jets have never been a team that like people hate. I feel like in more ways they're a team that people either like or they just don't like really. I don't want to say care. They just don't really know a whole lot about or really talk about that much. But I know the Jets are definitely a respected team. They have a lot of talent. Blake Wheeler, Mark Scheifele, Andrew Kopp, Nikolai Ehlers. Kopp and Ehlers, by the way, are two of the most underrated players I've seen in the National Hockey League. I feel like Kopp, particularly this year, is showcasing why he's a guy that honestly should be considered to be a top 30 player in the National Hockey League. He's been playing absolutely phenomenal, and he's really, really been kicking Mofobo and cooking with gas since the season started. And I think that the Jets have done okay since Paul Maurice stepped down, but still, they definitely need to start getting themselves rolling here if they want to get themselves in a position where they're in a secure playoff spot. Jets are more overrated than the Habs. Again, Jacob, I feel like you're just saying this because you just want to crap on the Jets because Faggio's in the chat, and I know that you're the master of crapping on every team that's not the Vegas Golden Knights. But again, that doesn't even make sense. And you have Isha in the chat who is from Canada. And yes, Jacob, I know you're also from Canada, but you have a situation where several other people who are from that same country are like, no, the Jets are pretty neutral. Nobody really hates, nobody really, unless you're a Jets fan, you're not the biggest fan of the Jets. So for you to say that the Jets are overrated, more overrated than the Montreal Canadiens makes very little to no sense. Same thing with Toronto. So that's my feelings towards that. And then Faggio just goes like this. There you go, Faggio. So, Faggio, I'm assuming you heard before, we're doing the Winnipeg Jets Washington Capitals game tomorrow. So I know you'll definitely be there for that one. No, Jacob, Habs suck, and they are still overrated. Yep, Isha just speaking from the heart. Faggio saying, that's a nice welcome back to the stream for me. Hey, especially when Jacob's in the chat, you never know what you're going to get. Hockey's biggest fan is back in the chat. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much. Make sure to leave a like, by the way, if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it. Jacob saying, I hate all teams from Canada. The USA has better and cuter players. Jacob, aren't you from Canada? Correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't you from Canada? Pauline wants All-Star canceled as well. Don't know what to say. And then, but Isha, no, not Isha. Jacob, correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't you from Canada? You are from Canada, right? Like, I just want to make sure I understand this correctly. If I'm wrong, I do apologize. I just want to get my facts straight. Jacob saying to Pauline, the All-Star game can't be canceled because it's in Vegas. And then Pauline, I like this answer. Just too bad. Just that's straight up what we're getting. So there we go with that. So Pauline is continuing to fight. Wants the NHL to cancel everything. I really don't know if the NHL would even do it at this point, but you never know. Jacob saying, yes, I'm from the dead side. Okay, so let me understand. Jacob, let me just try to understand. So you hate every team in Canada. You love the US a lot more. So like I don't get it. Like, why are you not a fan of any team in Canada? I don't understand. Is it just because Canada hasn't won a Stanley Cup in forever? Like, I don't understand. You know, I get it if you want to be a Vegas fan for like your Western Conference team, but like, you're in the East. Don't you wanna be a team, have a fan of a team from Canada? I mean, wouldn't that make a lot of sense? I'm just trying to understand. Hockey's biggest fan saying, "I will be at tomorrow's game." Great to hear. Hockey's biggest fan. Absolutely great to hear it. Hope you enjoy it. I'll definitely try to come on when I can and say hi and everything like that. And definitely go with there. ESPN Plus showing the Colorado Rockies, not the Rockies, the Avalanche, since December 2nd are 13-1-2, averaging 4.6 goals a game, goal differential plus 27, power play percentage of 25.4, and they've had 7 games in that span in which they scored 5 or more goals. So the Colorado Avalanche right now looking like maybe the team to beat out of the Western Conference. And I know that's going to piss off Jacob, but the Avalanche are rocking and rolling right now, and they're trying to make a run. By the way, the next big nationally televised ESPN Plus game will be this Thursday when the Washington Capitals take on the Bruins, and then right after that, it'll be the Colorado Avalanche in LA taking on the LA Kings. So there's that, and we are just about 3 or 4 minutes away from the start of our third period of our game between Arizona and Montreal. It's 4-2 Coyotes right now, and we'll see if the Coyotes can keep up the pressure here at home and get themselves a victory before they go on the road. Damn, Faggio just calling him out right now. If you're a simp or a liar too, look at the Olympics 2012 and before you'll get that answer. Let's see. I'm a Moosehead fan and a Truro Bearcats fan, but those are minor league. I mean, I guess you can kind of go with it, but still, like, those are minor league teams. Don't talk about NHL. And then Isha's showing his support for the Halifax Mooseheads, the junior home of New Jersey Devils captain Nico Hischier. Not against the Wild, though. We beat that. No, Wild will beat them today. Fair enough. And then you know what? I'll say it, abs over VGK. I mean, at least, all right, Jacob, at least we'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that at least. Isha, once again, thanks everyone for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Watch alongs every day on the channel. Absolutely. We try to cover, we cover every single team in the National Hockey League. Also, guys, make sure that you like and subscribe to the podcast here on the Hockey Podcast Network. You can find them wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, just go on the hockeypodcastnetwork.com and you can see all the podcasts that we have here, including mine, Devil's State of Mind podcast. We post new episodes every Monday and Thursday, which covers all things New Jersey Devils. We just posted a new episode earlier today, so make sure you go check that out. Leave a 5-star rating on Apple and also Spotify. It definitely helps out the network as well, because the Hockey Podcast Network is the place for everything you need to know about the NHL. Yes, Isha did remind me of this before about the Halifax Moosehead, the only beer company to own a junior team. I have a drinking game that you have to drink Moosehead exclusively. I think that's awesome. I absolutely love that. And Faggio and Jacob are going at it. You could see it in the comments right now. See it in the comments. And I mean, look, Jacob likes to stir the pot a lot whenever these live watch-alongs happen. I know I'm not the only one that experiences it. But hey, man, it's the entertainment within the entertainment. So you get entertainment during the game, and you get entertainment in the chat as well, which I absolutely laugh at. We are just moments away here from the start of the third period. So once again, guys, if you have a prediction, who do you think is going to win, anything like that, let me know in the chat, and I will show it here on the screen 100%. Again, for me personally, my next live watch along here on the Hockey Podcast Network will be this Thursday when the Montreal Canadiens are in Vegas taking on Jacob's Vegas Golden Knights. He's just saying they fight like brothers. They very much do. I wouldn't even be surprised if they somehow knew each other. They're both, I believe, from Canada. So, I mean, who knows? But they definitely fight like brothers, and this is not the first time. This is not the first time at all that this has happened. But here we go, folks, as we are about ready to start the third period. So again, this is an all-female broadcast for ESPN Plus, as Leah Hextall is the play-by-play voice, Pascal is the color commentator, and Linda Cohen is the on-ice reporter. So I don't know if this is the first time that this has happened, but it is an all-female broadcast for this game. They've gotten a good one so far, as we've had 6 goals through 2 periods, 4 goals for Arizona, 2 for Montreal, and we'll see if there's going to be some more fireworks here in the final 20 minutes of action. I just want to say this. How in the world can anybody be a bandwagon Jets fan? I don't understand that. I don't understand how someone could be a bandwagon Jets fan. I have no idea. But nonetheless, we are just waiting just moments here before the start of it. Faggio saying that he does live in Winnipeg. Jacob is very competitive. He is very competitive. He is very competitive. But the puck is dropped. And we are underway here in our third period of our game between the Montreal Canadiens and Arizona Coyotes. So we'll see what happens here. Can Arizona lock it down and get the win? Or can Montreal, do they have a little bit of magic in them, a little bit of a comeback in them here in this third period? Jacob saying, I would rather be a Devils fan than a Jets fan. I mean, from that perspective, I guess I'd be cool with it. But I'm not crapping on the Winnipeg Jets. Don't have a problem with them. Happy that they're back in the NHL, but don't understand that. The Arizona Coyotes are 3-0 when they lead after 2 periods. It's a rebound try for Phil Kessel, just goes wide. That would have been great for Phil to thrill there. Shots are currently 19-16 in favor of Montreal. So once again, guys, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us here this afternoon, early evening, here on the Hockey Podcast Network. Again, my name is Neil Villapiano. I'm the host of the Devil's State of Mind podcast here in the Hockey Podcast Network, which covers the New Jersey Devils. I also just do a lot of live watch-alongs of all games here in the National Hockey League, including a game like this one. We will be doing the Winnipeg Jets versus Washington Capitals tomorrow. That'll be our next live watch-along tomorrow, starting at 6:55 p.m. Eastern. So I think the Leafs will beat the New York Rangers 6-4. Honestly, hockey's biggest fan, I could see that being a high-scoring game with 2 teams that are at the top of the Eastern Conference. Would be an exciting game. I think it will be an exciting game. Corey Fleet would say the Kachina is horrible. What's wrong with the Kachina? It's one of the most well-liked jerseys in the NHL. What don't you like about it? He's just saying, what a write-off of a year for the Islanders. Wow, yeah, man. I mean, 28 points at this point in the season. You know, do they have a run in them? It doesn't seem like it. And I wonder to myself, if the Islanders continue to be at the bottom, do they end up making like wholesale changes at the end of the season? I don't know. Like, does Barry Trotz somehow get fired? I would be shocked by that. But it's something that would definitely be something to keep your eye on here, as Vejmelka gloves the puck, and we'll get a face-off here. 17:43 to go in the third period. Still 4-2 Arizona. Ferro Production saying, Neil, your last name sounds like a famous New Jersey Italian restaurant. Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you said that because here is something that you're going to get a laugh at. I was just trying to remember. Try to find it because I had it in my head before. Right. So, fun fact for anybody that would like to know. My uncle is a former National Football League player, Phil Villapiano. He was a linebacker for the Oakland Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. And Tom Hanks, since he's from, I believe, that area, he was such a fan of the Oakland Raiders and such a fan of my uncle that in the movie That Thing You Do, the name of the diner where, you know, the fight happens and everything is called Villapiano's. So I'm glad that you brought that up, front row, because there actually is, or at least in a movie, there was a restaurant with my last name. So there's a fun thing there. But a pass over cross crease just goes wide as Clayton Keller had a wide open net. And another try there, and it's kicked aside by Primo as Arizona's firing on all cylinders right now, trying to get that next goal and get the 3-goal lead. Still wish as Danelle says, still wish the Thrashers didn't move. The Winnipeg and the Jets fans act like they wasn't even the Thrashers before they moved to Winnipeg, never want to honor them. Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, things just did not work out in Atlanta. They didn't do a good job of promoting. Fans weren't really thrilled about the team. They had some really good players, but just some really bad teams. And it was going to happen at some point, and the same fate might happen to Arizona, but we shall see. Barry Trotz to Montreal. Yeah, Corey, I know you would love that. I know you would love that. I think the Howler was a better logo. I honestly could see where you're coming from when you say that, but I still am a fan of the Kachina and everything like that. But I could see where you're going from that. From a production saying, "Oh, yes, yes, yes. I knew I'd heard of it. Restaurant out by the airport in Erie, Pennsylvania. Yes, yes, outside the airport. Yep, we actually have shirts, or at least we have at least one shirt that says that as well." He's saying, had to honor a team that was horrible both on and off the ice. Yeah, very much true. What a great movie, that thing you do. Absolutely. Shout out to Tom Hanks for being a great supporter of my family. It's kind of weird to say that, but sometimes sometimes you get lucky with people that you end up knowing. I've never met Tom Hanks, by the way. Good players, but even Ray Ferraro said it was a joke of an organization. Yeah, Ray Ferraro is not afraid to speak his mind. Not afraid to speak his mind. Nothing works in Atlanta. Well, I wouldn't say that, Corey. I mean, hockey hasn't worked. But basketball, they get a lot of love of the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Falcons get a lot of support, even though they're kind of mids right now. And the freaking Atlanta Braves just won the World Series. Now, granted, the Braves play outside of the city in the Lily White, so to speak, area, so I can kind of rock with that. But still, I mean, hockey was just the big thing that they were really struggling with. Fajio saying you missed my comment earlier about the teams. Let me go back, Fajio. Fajio said, Jacob, I don't care. Be any team you want. I don't care if you'd rather be a Devils fan or a Kraken fan. More than the Jets, be whatever you want. But don't be a Preds or Blues fan because you'll deal with me. That's fair. That is fair. Ferrero saying, that's fantastic, Neil. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just get lucky, right? He played there. Oh, who exactly played there? I just want to know what you're talking about because I might have lost my train of thought. But 15:23 to go here in this third period. Still 4-2 Arizona as the Coyotes look to try to get a victory at home here. Yes, they are playing the Canadiens. Yes, both these teams are pretty shite to say the least. But still, it's been a pretty competitive game as Montreal fires the puck out of play. Is it going to be a delayed game? It looks like it will be a delayed game. So the Canadiens are going to the sin bin for just the second time today with 15:08 to go in the third period. So it'll be a delayed game against the Montreal Canadiens. And so Arizona here as number 77 goes to the box for the Canadiens. Kulak was the one that did. Yeah, he didn't even, nobody came close to touching him. Nobody came close to touching that puck. So now Arizona with a great chance here to try to get that commanding 3-goal lead. And the way this game has been, if Arizona gets that third goal, I think the game pretty much gets put out of reach. Fazio saying, you know how good your uncle was? He was pretty good. He went to the Pro Bowl a couple times, played well over 10 seasons in the National Football League, won a Super Bowl, was part of the Super Bowl 11 Oakland Raiders team, actually had to play the game, which forced the fumble, which ended up resulting in the Raiders having just dominating the rest of the game. Played with some legendary players, and obviously is one of the most well-known athletes of all time in New Jersey, and it's a very, very cool thing to have a relative like that, but my whole family is very, very gifted. My dad, my mom, my brother, everybody. We're all very gifted in our own ways. And but yeah, he was a very solid player. Probably not Hall of Fame worthy. I'm just being honest. But still, it's very, very cool that he played for as long as he did in the NFL when a lot of people don't get a chance to either play in the NFL or if they do, they don't really last that long. In NHL 22, I'm doing Jets versus VGK. I will be the Jets. Fair enough. Whoever wins is the best. So hockey's biggest fan giving us the opportunity. As a scramble in front of the net, and Primo is able to cover it here as we'll get a face-off with 13:53 to go in this one and 45 seconds to go in this power play as the Coyotes looking desperately to try to get a goal here. It was the wine. It gives the Filipinos superpowers. Yeah, I mean, look, we've been making wine in my family for longer than any of us have been alive. So I can see where you're coming from, Ish. I can see you coming from. Corey saying that Filipino red. Yeah, man. I definitely enjoy drinking this, especially when I do like watchalongs. I know everybody seems to like it. Nice pass over to the far left side, but it was broken up. Arizona's still controlling it now. The Schmaltz with the puck. Toe drags, takes a wrist shot. That one is blocked by Montreal. Can they get it out of the zone? They cannot, I believe, but now they finally get the puck and clear it down with 13 and a half minutes to go in this one. 20 seconds remaining on the 2-minute delay game penalty against Montreal. But yeah, man, love drinking this stuff. It does help. It does help with your health. Helps you lower your blood. It helps lower. I forgot what it actually helps. Excuse me. I forgot what it actually ends up helping. But it helps. I think it certainly helps if you have diabetes or something like that. But it's very good. I enjoy drinking it. Isha continued to promote his vlog, the City Life Project. Absolutely, guys. If you guys love the Hockey Podcast Network, you're going to love the City Life Project, also on YouTube, which does so many really, really cool things with food, with beer. I mean, it's great. Isha's the man, dude. He's the man here on the Hockey Podcast Network, and he's the man on the City Life Project as well. And I was like, what's that you drinking, Neil? You always drink it somewhere on your live streams. Dude, I'm drinking the same thing I drink all the time. I'm drinking the Filipino wine, my friend. I'm always drinking it. Always drinking it. Always also drinking water because, as I said before, hydrate before you dihydrate. Isha helping me out here. Thank you. Yeah, cholesterol. That was it. Lower your cholesterol. Thank you, Isha. I appreciate that. Yeah, so it does actually help out with your cholesterol. So I'm definitely enjoying it. Who will win, Jets or Vegas Golden Knights? I guess in NHL 22. Well, I'll probably go with the Winnipeg Jets in that one. Corey Fleetwood saying IAG. Fair enough. Your uncle sounds like a very cool dude. Yeah, he's a very cool guy. If you just look him up on YouTube, you can watch like interviews that he's done. He's very popular on NFL Network. They love him. They pretty much interview him at least once a year for something, and it's really, really cool that he's that well respected in the football world. He's friends with a lot of great, famous NFL players, and it's just very cool to have something like that. And I'm trying to carve out my own path to kind of be as famous as him, hopefully one day. But it's very, very cool to have an uncle like that. But it's also very cool to have a dad and a mom like I do that support me and have their own talents as well. City Life Project saying, cancel Heritage Classic unless Neil is doing the live watch long. Well, I will definitely do that Heritage Classic if it means preventing the Heritage Classic from being canceled. Hockey's biggest fan already down 3-1. Yikes. Not a good start for you, man, but keep pushing. As we'll get a face-off here and a stoppage of play. And actually, as I just noticed, the Canadiens actually benched Primo. So he's actually sitting on the bench for this third period. I didn't even see that. So who's their backup goalie? Is there a way for me to figure this out? Let me look. I'm looking. What's our Canadiens? All right, I'm looking. I don't know. I have no idea who the backup is. Someone's got to help me here with that. Please, someone in the chat, help me. I have no idea who the backup is for Montreal, but that is actually who is in net. So Montreal went to their backup after Primo had a rough 40 minutes of play. But we are going to step aside for just a moment as we'll get another quick word from our sponsors. So as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure to use our promo code down in the bottom right corner when you sign up, THPN. So 11:27 to go here in the third period. Currently still 4-2 Arizona over the Montreal Canadiens. The Canadiens did pull their starting goaltender for the day, even though it's their backup, Primo. And I believe, as Corey put it, I believe it's Montembeault. I don't know if it's if Jake Allen is back yet. I know he was hurt for a while. Corey's saying, here's Montreal has the puck right now. They can cancel the season after the trade deadline. Got to move Sherratt while he's on the up. That's a fair enough point. Cole Perfetti scored in the NHL 22 games, so there you go. Montembeault, I believe it is. No, Corey, Primo was the starter for this one. It is Montembeault. So Montembeault is in as he started this third period. So Primo's day ended after 40 minutes of play. Jake Allen is still, I think, on IR or at least hurt. Absolutely. Thanks for joining everyone. Subscribe and like the channel. Watchalongs every day. Absolutely. Again, Winnipeg Jets versus Washington Capitals with the Caps Chirp podcast, boys. Tomorrow, that will be the next live watch-along that we do. Allen was having a great season despite the team around him. Yeah, I mean, that shows you the type of solid goaltender that he is. Now, he's a very solid goaltender. I remember when Montreal traded for him, I was like, wow, damn, St. Louis really just wanted to move him. I didn't really understand it. I knew they had Jordan Binnington, but like, wouldn't you want to have two solid goaltenders? Maybe Jake Allen didn't want to stay in St. Louis. I don't know. Shots are currently 20-19 in favor of the Montreal Canadiens as we've just reached the halfway point of this third period. Still 4-2 Arizona. So we'll see here if Montreal has any sort of comeback in them as they need 2 goals to at least force overtime. Montreal with it for a second. Arizona takes it away and wraps it around the boards, and now Arizona's looking to come the other way, and they do. Arizona player come down the left side, dekes it around a defender, gets there. As a ref gets knocked down, and he's slow to get up. Is he going to be okay? Yes, he is. So that's good to see. Is now Montreal with the puck now. 36 for Arizona. Wraps it around the boards. And Montreal, they keep it in. Good job there by Jeff Petrie Dish. As that shot is blocked, Montreal is still able with the puck now. Wraparound try goes wide in net. Romanov with a sharp angle try. And the Melka is able to cover it and hold it there. And so make the save and get another stop here with 9:04 to go in this third period. Still 4-2 Arizona. Allen is still out. Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew he was hurt for a while. Corey, I just, excuse me, I just didn't know like how long was it or if he was still, there. But since we have another stoppage of play here in this one, we are going to get another quick word from our sponsors. So as always, shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything that we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you sign up for DraftKings, make sure you use our promo code down below, THPN. So we're a little bit more than halfway through our third period here of our game between Montreal and Arizona. It's currently still 4-2 Arizona as the Coyotes look to try to get a victory here before they head off on the road. They do play the New Jersey Devils on Wednesday. So obviously, as a Devils fan and someone who covers the New Jersey Devils, Be definitely watching that one. Thank you so much for the comment, man. Appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. It helps out the channel tremendously. New live watch-alongs every single day of the week. Appreciate the other comment. Not really sure what that says because I don't know Russian, but still, thank you so much. Hockey's biggest fan giving us a score update in NHL 22, 4-2 Vegas, end of 2 against Winnipeg. So that game's flying. 8:52, 8:51 to go here in this third period. We get an icing here against Arizona. So they were showing a little bit of Cole Caulfield, and yeah, Corey, if you're still here, talk to me, man. What has happened to Cole Caulfield? I mean, you saw what he did in the playoffs last year, and really looking like he was going to be a star right away. But this year he got sent down. He got roasted by an AHL team. His dad had to defend him. And even when he came back, he still has kind of struggled and not really been the same guy that he was last year. So what exactly has happened to Cole Caulfield? Is it just a sophomore slump? Is it just simply that? Roger saying, I don't think he knows English. I don't think he knows English either, but we appreciate coming on, leaving a comment. Hopefully you liked and subscribed as well. Sorry, guys, my voice is getting a little dry of late. Hockey's biggest fan now down 5-2, so you hate to see that. Corey saying, Blues is ready to ride that Ville Husso kid. Yeah, young kid. That makes sense. Really wanted Qdobin after the Stars running the bubble, but we made the right choice with Allen. Yeah, I think you did. I think he's somebody that you can build upon as being one of your two, 1A, 1B goaltenders, Corey. I really think he's a guy that could be very, very solid. You just got to find a way to figure out what you want to do with Carey Price long term. Do you want to keep him? Do you want to move him? I think the best thing is to probably keep him as Sherratt takes a shot and it goes right into the glove of Vejmelka, and we'll get another stop here to face off with 8:22 to go in the third. But honestly, I think it's probably the best thing. Timo Meier of the San Jose Sharks has 5 freaking goals today, which is great for me because he's on my fantasy team. So he's just racking up the points today. You'll love to see it. Hockey's biggest fan saying it's 5-4 now. So Hockey's biggest fan making a little bit of comeback. I mean, you did only trade a 7th for him. That's true. Faggio. Yeah, the Canadiens only traded a 7. That's probably one of the best moves that I've seen Marc Bergevin make. And Marc Bergevin now is with the Los Angeles Kings, who are currently getting the absolute crap kicked out of them by San Jose. And I think it's funny with like San Jose how, this is a year where they're probably expected to tank, but they've actually done pretty well. They're right in the thick of things in the playoff spot. They could definitely be a team that could potentially sneak into the playoffs. I mean, they really could, despite everything. Talking about Jake Allen, it was a great pickup. And then Corey saying, Ducharme happened, LOL. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see how Ducharme is the long-term solution to the Montreal Canadiens and everything. I mean, he did what he could last year. I was always a big fan of Kirk Muller maybe being the head coach. But again, he's not French-Canadian, so I think it kind of hurts him in that regard. But it would be fascinating to see what the Canadiens decide to do with the head coaching long term. We get an icing here with exactly 8 minutes to go in this one, still 4-2 Arizona. Neil, Chris Pronger's jersey is being retired tonight. Predators versus Blues. Yes, Neil, you did mention that to me last week when I was doing live watch along. He is getting his number retired, as he should. Tremendous defenseman. Great that he won a Stanley Cup. Was pretty good basically everywhere he went. And it's great to see that he's getting his number retired. As now another opportunity for Arizona. Shot goes wide. 7:45, 7:44 to go here in this third period. Arizona still clinging on to a 4-2 lead. Betsy gives it over. Clayton Keller with it. Drops it off to his teammate. Gives it over to, I believe that was Schmaltz. And then tried to get it to Nash, but he gets it right back. Takes a shot. That one is blocked by Montreal. Then Mike Hoffman knocked the stick off of a Coyotes player. No penalty called. Actually, no, I believe there was a penalty called. Somebody on the Coyotes got their stick knocked off, looking for a penalty. Didn't look like at first there was anything. Is there still a penalty? Yeah, it looks like it is going to be a slashing call against Montreal. It's going to be Mike Hoffman, his second penalty of the game. And so with 7:20 to go in this one, once again, Arizona, who has the second worst power play in the NHL, has an opportunity again to try to get that 3-goal lead and put this one away. Yeah, Mike Hoffman just slashed and broke the stick of Clayton Keller, and the refs called the penalty there. Caulfield just got drawn the porn hand in a horrible Habs season. Yeah, it really does seem that way. I think, he's still a tremendous talent, and he's going to be a tremendous talent for years to come. And he's got, what's it called? What Jack Hughes was doing, slow, he's a late bloomer. Give him some time and he'll get himself going, I feel. Hockey's biggest fans game is tied, so that's impressive there. Goal. Mikey Anderson. So there you go. It's a wrist shot there by Clayton Keller. Goes high and out of play. As we get a face-off here, 6:47 to go in this one. 1:28 to go on the power play for Arizona. Who is the best goaltender of all time in your opinion? Brodeur, Waugh, or Hasek? I mean, I'm going to obviously say Martin Brodeur. He has most of the stats, yet he has one fewer cup than Patrick Waugh, and the only cup he didn't win was the one that he could have had two more if he won against Patrick Waugh in 2001 and then won against LA in 2012. But I think Marty Brodeur, they had to change the rules because the way he played the game, he has basically all of the records. I don't really know what else he had to do. Maybe win another Stanley Cup or two. Because that's the only thing that Patrick Waugh has more than Marty, Stanley Cups. And Hasek, I mean, honestly, he's one of the greatest international goaltenders of all time. Maybe number one. As Clayton Keller gets a pass in the slot, holds it, takes a shot, save by the goaltender for Montreal, and he'll cover. So we get another stop here. 6:16 to go in the third period. 56 seconds to go in the power play. 6-2 LA. Well, now it's 6-2 San Jose as Mikey Anderson scored a goal for the LA Kings. Still 5-5 as Faggio's pumped up about hockey's biggest fans game. Dude, Rem Pitlick is better than Cole Caulfield. That's a hot take right there. Gophers over Badgers. Corey telling Isha to calm down a little bit. Yeah, it's 6-2 San Jose. They are rocking and rolling in that one. Hockey's biggest fans, NHL 22 game is going to overtime, so we'll see what happens there. As now Schmaltz fires it around the boards. 28 seconds to go on the power play here. Because honestly, I feel like the way we are at this point in the game with 5:40 to go in this one, Arizona can somewhat play keep away and just try to kill clock because they're up by 2 goals, and Montreal hasn't put up much of anything in this third period. Who will win, Jets or Vegas Golden Knights? I'll go with the Jets, hockey's biggest fan. There's your answer. Now Durant coming in, takes a slap shot, and Vejmelka holds on to it and makes the save with 1 second to go on the power play. Durant looking for a shorthanded goal there. So we get a face-off. 5:20 to go in this one. Arizona still up 4-2. And who could score for Vegas Golden Knights? Who could score for the Jets? I'll probably say for Vegas, William Karlsson. For the Jets, Andrew Kopp. Jacob saying, "Yo, Neil, you missed my comment." Let me go back, Jacob, because usually you're like, I found this comment and then this one, Jacob. Those are the last two that I've seen from you. So is that the one? Were either one of those the ones that I missed? Let me know so I can find it. So we have exactly 5 minutes to go here in this one. Corey, look at his output both in Minnesota and in the NHL. I mean, it's kind of fair. Isha does have a little bit of a point. So we have 4:44 to go in this one. Arizona just has the puck, and they're kind of, it's almost like they're basically just playing keep away, just letting the clock run, trying to kill off as much time as possible. Jacob saying it's a long one. Great. So I got to go all the way back in the chat. I have no idea, bro. I'm going back like super far, and I still don't see it. I feel like you're playing me, but I do not see it. I do not see it. I do apologize, Jacob. I do try to see, but sometimes a lot of comments come flying in, and sometimes I miss one every now and then. There's a wrist shot there by Caulfield. It's stopped by the glove of Vejmelka. 4 minutes to go here as Clayton Keller gets knocked down. No penalty called there. Fun fact, in 1967 expansion draft, Terry Sawchuk didn't want to play for an expansion team, so he said if he got taken by a team, he would retire. LA thought it was funny and picked him, and I'm out. So there you go. There you go. That's pretty funny, actually. That's actually a pretty funny fact with that one, Fagio. Thank you as always, man. Appreciate it. Not really a late bloomer. Ducharme played him on the wrong side of the power plays, and they tried to change the way he plays to fit Ducharme's pull it out my ass schemes. Yeah, I mean, look, to me, what makes a great coach is recognizing the players that you have on your team and making a system that is good for the team that you have on the ice. And Ducharme, I feel like, hasn't really done that, and that's what's really caused a lot of the struggles for Montreal. It's an opportunity there, and a shot saved there by Vejmelka, and he gets the rebound as well. 2 great saves there by Vejmelka as he denies Montreal of scoring right there. Player like Caulfield, you let them play their game and not try to stifle them 100%. That's what Lindy Ruff's been trying to do with Jack Hughes. Just let the man play the way that he knows how to play the game, and you're starting to see him flourish. And hopefully Montreal can get a coach that just allows Caulfield to play hockey, as simple as it may sound. Just play hockey and go from there. 2:40 to go here in the third period. Arizona with the puck in the offensive zone, still up 4-2. We'll see if Montreal gets the opportunity to pull their goaltender here, Bottenbout, and tries to get the extra attackers. Cole Caulfield comes up with speed up the center of the ice, drops it to Drouin. Drouin holds it, tried to make a pass, but it was broken up by Arizona, and now the Coyotes come the other way. 46 dropped off. There's an empty net. 20 with a shot, and that shot just goes wide. So right now, the Canadiens have pulled their goaltender. They have the advantage 6-on-5. Corey Caulfield saying Isha Caulfield W. I think he's going to be a W long term. 2 minutes to go here in this one. There's a backhand try by Montreal. That's stopped by Vejmelka. A rebound try is stopped, and a follow-up try goes wide of the net. Couple of great opportunities, but Vejmelka making some saves. Another pass is broken up there. Schmaltz trying to get the puck. Backhand to the Clayton Keller. He's all alone, and he'll reverse moonworm the puck into the back of the net. And the Coyotes score, and Clayton Keller, who's had a couple of good opportunities tonight, finally gets himself a goal on the empty net. And with 1:42 to go, the Coyotes have put this one on ice as it's now 5-2. LA thought his comment was funny and they picked him first overall. When Sawchuk complained about it, LA laughed and told him to walk it off. The funny part is that Sawchuk actually played for LA. He did actually, which is kind of a funny fact there. There was nothing to stifle his game equals 0 points and liability. Jacob is pumped up. So is Fagio because he got himself some fantasy points because of Keller. Goal number 14 on the year for Clayton Keller. Also his 29th point, which both leads the team. Jacob, you did say 5-2, so I will give you that. World Juniors Gold comes back single-handedly, walks badges to NCAA playoff appearance, then enters Montreal and has a big old cup of coffee. Both Isha and Corey are making good points about Pitlick and Caulfield. Hockey's biggest fans game is going to a shootout. 90 seconds to go in our contest here. Clayton Keller just got an empty net goal to basically put this game away, making it 5-2 Arizona. So the Coyotes are on their way to getting themselves a nice victory at home before they go on the road. Their next game will be Wednesday night in New Jersey, taking on the Devils, which for the Devils, it'll be their first game in nearly a week. So obviously the Devils will be playing pretty cold by the time they get to that one. The adrenaline finally wore off. That very much did. Meg's biggest fan, bro, go pick up NHL 22 and play for real. I believe he is playing NHL 22, Jacob, just to let you. Yeah, he said it as well. Fagio saying the Yotes have won the Tank Bowls. We're going to stoppage of play. 48 seconds to go in this one. Yeah, I mean, look, Montreal had some chances when they were down 2-1 and then down 3-2, but Arizona was able to just stymie them a bunch of times, especially defensively, get themselves some good goals, and they're going to get themselves a nice victory here on home ice. The top five pick smells great, boys. It certainly looks that way, my friend. What's going on, TT? Great to see you, man. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe while you're here. You haven't already. There is 35 seconds to go in our contest, my friend, as Arizona is definitely on their way to a solid victory here at home. Now it's 25 seconds to go, TT. Even if he's making up the score, Jacob, what does it matter? It's still entertaining to all of us. So don't worry about it. As we'll get another stoppage here on an icing with 19 seconds to go in this one. No, Corey, it's 19, not 23. Get it right. TT saying, great to see you, man. You the best. Thank you so much, TT. Really do appreciate it, my friend. Make sure to leave a like while you're here. Helps out the channel tremendously. Alex is in the chat saying, good win for the Yotes. They need it. Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi, Alex. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as we're actually getting a power play here for Arizona for the final 19 seconds of the game. Romanov going to the sin bin. I've got under 8.5 on this game. Well, I think you're going to be pretty good here, as they're off to that one. Devils better be ready for the Coyotes on Wednesday. They better not lose to them at home. Yeah, that would be a pretty bad loss if they lost to them at home. Habs fans are spoiled. Cup finals and then first overall pick in back-to-back years. Corey, I'm just wondering who you'd rather have, Wright or Savoy. But the final horn sounds, and that is it for our contest here, as the Arizona Coyotes with a pretty dominant victory as they beat the Montreal Canadiens by the final score of 5-2. I'm all about this. I'd like to see this and see how this game goes. Jets won 6-5 in the shootout. Cobb got the winner. Great to see it as always. He's just saying, thanks for joining, everyone. Like and subscribe. Let's get to 900. Yes, we are getting closer and closer to 900. Let's get to it by the end of the year. Corey saying, we're not getting the first. Chicago or the Rangers will get it. Yeah, unless the Rangers make the freaking playoffs, which they could, you never know. Alex saying, you a Devils fan, man? I absolutely am. I also cover the New Jersey Devils here on the Hockey Podcast Network, Devils State of Mind podcast, so make sure you go subscribe to that. But I'm a Devils fan, but I'm also a big hockey fan. Try to cover as many of these live watch-alongs as possible. And then, so Wright has dropped a bit in the rankings, but either great pick. But they're on another live stream tonight, Neil, if you know. There's not another one tonight, but again, the Caps Chirp Hockey Podcast will be live doing the Winnipeg Jets Washington Capitals game tomorrow, starting at 6:55 p.m. Eastern. Alex says he's a Devils fan himself. That's great, Alex. Do me a favor, man. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, to help out a fellow Devils fan. Also, make sure to go subscribe to the Devils State of Mind podcast, in which I'm the host of. We cover all things New Jersey Devils. New episodes come out every Monday and Thursday. Corey, I did actually just plug my podcast. Thank you so much. Go Devils, comeback time, rest of the season. Hell yeah, man. It starts on Wednesday against this Arizona Coyotes team. So we'll see what happens. Who is in the Caps Chirps thing? It's Hockey Troll and Paulie Cupcakes, two of the funniest hosts on the Hockey Podcast Network doing that. Let's get this man to 1,000 subs. That would be great, man. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Let's do that, guys. We're close to 900, but let's keep this train rolling. The Hockey Podcast Network is the place to get all things NHL. Great stream as always, buddy. Thank you so much, Isha. Appreciate it, my friend. Great to see you as always. Yes, Corey giving us the update, Paulie Cupcakes and Hockey Troll. But that will do it for me here, ladies and gentlemen, for this live watch along. Again, thank you guys so much for coming on and hanging out with us today. We really, really do appreciate it. While you're here, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and also punch that notification bell so you don't miss any new live watch alongs that we do here on the Hockey Podcast Network. Follow us wherever on social media at HockeyPodNet. Go to hockeypodcastnetwork.com and you'll check out all the podcasts that we have there on the Hockey Podcast Network. We have podcasts for every single team in the National Hockey League. And also, make sure to follow my podcast, the Devil State of Mind podcast, which covers the New Jersey Devils. New episodes every Monday and Thursday. Follow us on Twitter at Devil State, Instagram at Devil State of Mind, and like us on Facebook. And also, like I said, make sure to follow us everywhere on at HockeyPodNet. So once again, the final score from our live watch along here today, the Coyotes with a big victory at home, beating the Montreal Canadiens by the score of 5-2. For everyone at the Hockey Podcast Network, my name is Neil Villapiano, and we will catch you all in the next live watch along. Everyone, continue to be safe and rock on.